Easy, John, dude, come on in. Just gonna finish setting up here. Hey, Brent. How you doing there, Gary, this morning? Max there, 420, good morning. Steve, hey. Max there, 420, Steve Essex, Brent, Easy John dude. I wish y'all a good morning. Oh, wow. Dang, that's bloody hot, Easy John dude. I'm glad our heat wave broke for now. Right now it's 69 Fahrenheit here. Yeah. No, I'm working. My things are on. My microphones are working. Yeah. I'll join in a few minutes. I need to reboot my video. It's not working. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad our heat wave's broken up there. Today's supposed to be a nice day. So I'm gonna try and go out flying today. Depends if it stays this way. You were muted. Yeah, we're supposed to hit a high of 79 today, so that's good weather. I got no fans on or nothing right now, so that's a good sign. Yeah. RC dude, how you doing? Yes, doing good there, RC dude. Thank you for popping in. Yes, sir. Much appreciated. Everybody check out my channels. Make sure you check their videos out also. Hey, good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning, Roger. Yeah, I went to join and I had no video.
Oh.
So I rebooted, works fine.
Yeah.
So I just put my computer to sleep. I don't shut it right off, right? So I think it just loads up.
Okay.
So
Okay, RC dude, no problem. You have a good stream.
hey, good morning, Max Air. I think Gary's in there early this morning.
Furball Kim's already awake.
Oh, already? Oh,
I will, RC dude. I guess we all slept pretty good last night because it's nice and cool and everything. 3X drones, good morning. Hey, I rubbed you enough already, girl. No, no more. No more. Michigan Adventures, how you doing?
yeah, it's 63 degrees here this morning. This is what to 17, eh? I think it was supposed to go to 15, I think, last night. It's actually cool.
Hey, 3X drones, give me your first name again for your email. I don't know why it doesn't mark 3X drones in my email, but I'm forgetting your first name for your Hotmail or email, whatever mail you got. Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Hey, good morning, Blind Neil and 3X Drones, RC dude.
You get home pretty late last night?
Oh no, I was home. We actually left early. I think I was home by 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I think it's Ron, his first name. No. Okay, I got it. I think. No, I don't. Is it Ron Eli? 3X Jones? Hey, JDS.
Hey, good morning, JDS. Hey, you're first again. Wow, you're good.
Okay, there you go. Because your icon is different on your email than what you got on here. That's why it throws me off a little bit. You got a soccer ball on your icon and the other one. You just finished work, JDS, John? Okay.
It's funny, my screen name, I changed it over to Hodges Drones, but it keeps going back to Paul Hodges. But it says, I clicked on a link there where it says to keep it, as Hodges Drones, but it keeps going back to Paul Hodges for some reason.
Uh,
Unless I have to rename. Go. Now I take that. Oh, maybe go this way.
well, you're great. Enjoy your 4 days off there. It's supposed to be nice those 4 days, I think.
Yeah, try that. Well, Paul wasn't up at 3 or 4 o'clock this morning doing anything.
Oh,
I
it
was up.
was?
Yeah, I was up. Couldn't sleep there for a while, so got up and
Okay.
played around with the computer for a few minutes, for about an hour, but I went back to bed. So
I didn't know he was up. I didn't know he did a live stream.
did he?
No, well, you said you didn't know if he was on or what?
No, I tried looking for him. I couldn't find him.
Ah, okay.
No. Yeah, I was up from about 3 till about 4:15. There was nothing, so I went back to bed.
Hey, JSK Enterprises, Leonard. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, JSK. Oh, there's
Okay,
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Just give me a second, I'll blow my nose there.
Yep.
Well, we didn't get that big storm they were calling for yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it was beautiful yesterday morning, but it clouded in over here pretty good. But well, we never had any bad weather, but the wind picked up a bit. But so, JDS, you like to talk to yourself, do you?
Yeah, that's in third person.
So I got a text message from a real estate agent at like 6:45 this morning. I went, holy crap.
Early on the button.
That's what I thought, but it wasn't a sign or nothing. First time she ever sent me an e-transfer, she wanted to know if I got it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm used to it. Let me carry on.
That's okay, JDS. My wife don't listen to me, so I have to talk to myself. The only person who'll listen.
OK. Bonjour, mon ancienne. J'espère que ça va très bien. Tu es en vacances? Bien content pour toi. J'espère que vous êtes capable de de sortir à voler une spur, puis on va souhaiter des bonnes vacances, mon ami. Ancient Money, that's what it's called in English, his name. He lives in France, and he's just on vacation now.
Oh,
So I wish him a good vacation.
Yeah.
He's saying hi to everybody. Chat. Don't make me pull up the crooked figure. Merci, Père de Dieu, au bord de la mer. Au Hector. Ah, c'est beau ça. Vous êtes bien situé là-bas, sur le bord de la mer. Parfait. He's beside the ocean where he lives. JDS, you come down here for a weekend, believe me, you'll be lost. Viens, je me remets au drone. OK. Mais je suis rendu avec une Mavic Mini à cette heure. Puis j'aime ça. Elle vole très bien. Elle prend une petite beau vidéo à bord de ça. Yeah. Everybody check out everybody's channels. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go out today and fly around in the town here. So
oh, that'd be cool.
and Hobson, Piandro. Ah, parfait ça. Hey Nanya, good morning, good morning. How do you say number one in French? Numéro un. Hey Paul, good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
How you doing?
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. What?
You don't sound too happy this morning.
No. I put a camera underneath the ramp
Oh,
last night, and the parade started on schedule at about 10:12 p.m. They all were coming and going way up underneath that ramp.
Yeah.
They must have a burrow down there. So I turned around and I called my trapper. He's on vacation for the next week.
oh,
Call back after the 19th.
Son of a. And he's the only one around.
Yep.
OK, moyenne monnaie ancienne, soyez prudents sur tes vacances.
yeah. With all that money he's making there, he's got to take a vacation, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So you figure they're under that ramp, eh?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I'll share it for you. The Lynn was on her camera because she can access my cameras. Lynn was
Okay.
on watching, and we were on the phone talking, and it was just like it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start it. There they are. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they got their burrow there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know skunks were burrowing, but I guess they are. Or burrowing critters.
It's funny, it doesn't smell there, does it?
1, 2. Well, and the sad part is 3. And the sad part 4. The sad part is that everybody walks down that ramp. There's 5.
And you don't smell nothing.
Nope. Well, I guess they don't shoot in their own,
Yeah.
crap in your own house type of thing,
Wow.
One more I want to show you is the one from the 28th, right here.
I'm sorry to see that, Paul.
See them? They even come out. Look at 1, 2, 3,
Gee.
4,
4,
5. Lined up like a little family photo.
I guess you're gonna have to put things all underneath there. So nobody traps them all. You're gonna have to close that section off.
Close it
somehow.
off. Yep. And if you notice, Roger, they go right back down in the burrow again.
Yeah.
Because they're not sure because that camera's there. And I also have a green spotlight here because you couldn't see it that good.
Yeah.
So I put a color green that you would use at Christmas time. I had a floodlight and I put it there to help light it up.
Yeah. Damn it.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, David.
Well, get Carpenter Rick swim across the harbor. Go to your place. They'll take care of them.
Now you know they're in a burrow, Paul. Could they be gassed or something?
Well, my thought is that ramp is made like a deck. In other words, it has planks that go across that you can pull the planks up because they go this way, not lengthwise. But
Yeah,
my thought was if you start pulling them planks up, are they going to be scared to shoot the hell out of you?
Well, I just read an article here, Paul. It says here, when no other form of shelter is available, they may even burrow underneath buildings by entering foundation openings and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I know they burrowed underneath my garage office. That's where he got them from the last time. Not these same ones, unless they got a bus ticket and came back. They burrowed under there, and what he did afterwards, it cost me some more money. He took and put chicken wire like 6 inches up on the side wall of that around that whole deck,
Yeah.
and then folded it, and so then staked it down in the ground, so they couldn't get under it. Because he says their natural thing is to do, if they burrow under, they come to the wall, then they go down. Well, because it was laid out like 8 inches out onto the lawn and then staked down, they won't go back and go under it. They'll
Okay.
stop.
It says
Blind
here
Neil-
that
Blind Neil says-
go ahead,
Blind Neil
Roger.
says,
Yeah.
There's 3 listings in Port Huron that I'm finding for skunk control.
Yeah. But it says here that each holes are the skunk burrow entrances are about 8 inches in diameter.
Hey, David, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Had a great weekend. Lots
Hey,
of flying.
David. Yeah.
So,
Out and
big-
about.
yeah. Place called Alan Reed, which sounds like somebody's name, but it's you drive to the middle of the nowhere, turn left, and keep going, and you get to it. No cell signal, no internet, no nothing. The only radio station I could get was on longwave, 198 megahertz.
Hang on, Mia's chasing something around in the backyard.
Oh no.
Mia.
I hope it's not black and white.
Yeah, they're saying here that a good one is hot pepper recipe. Spray the repellent all around the den area.
Yeah, put a hose in there and fill it with water. That'll get them out.
It says here that citrus, ammonia, mothballs, predator urine, such as dog or coyote, are smells that can scare off skunks.
Oh my, I don't know what she was doing, but she stopped dead when I yelled at her, and then she looked at me and I said, "Get in here." She put her head down and slowly came in.
Uh-oh.
Man, I was having fun. I was having fun. Yeah, right. You weren't having fun there a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, and see my dilemma is this, Paul, is okay. I know there's ways to get rid of them, like ammonia and that kind of thing. But since there's so many of them, will they just go? Because where houses are so close together, will
Yeah.
they just go across the street and continue to bother me? You know, if they don't get either killed or caught or both, they're going to be around the neighborhood. Because I was talking to the neighbor to the north when I mowed the lawn yesterday. I turned off my mower and talked to him, and he says, "Oh yeah, we see him going up and down the schoolyard fence all the time. Looks like a whole ball of fur because they're just tumbling and running and having a good time." Not good. Yeah,
I always heard,
I
I always
suppose
heard
I should try and call another pest control, but the thing is I already paid this guy a service fee,
Yeah, $150 or something, wasn't it?
160. But I don't know if I can wait a week.
no. Keeps on like that, you're gonna have 20 of them there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're going to start having family reunions and stuff here. Anyway, David, did you get a chance to fly at all this weekend?
Yeah. Got some
right.
flying. It's a place I've never managed to fly before. It's usually windy, but the wind died down and I got up and did some flying.
Good. Get some good video?
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you take videos or you take pictures, or do you take videos and pull pictures from the videos?
I do video, and if I have stills from up in the air, they'll be taken from the video.
Yep, that's what I do.
It's too much work, especially when you've only got 11, 12 minutes of flying with the, supposedly 15.
And my theory is that if you're taking photos or still shots, which is fine, and something miraculous happens in the meantime, because you can always take a video and change it into photos, but you can't change photos and make it into video.
Yeah. So I shoot video, and if I see something that would make a good thumbnail or a picture of that would be worth having, then I'll just take it from the video.
Right.
Furball Kim's in the chat.
Hey, good morning, Kim. Okay, I guess I gotta go for a dog run. Right back.
I don't know if you could hear just after I came on the cat. She's desperate to get out.
Okay.
Desperate. Yeah. She's in lockdown at the moment. We're not letting her out. She's catching too many birds. And she's got 3 bells on, and she still manages to sneak up and get them. I don't know how she manages it.
Well, I'm glad you got a good weekend there, David.
Yeah, it was good. I got some good photographs with Lindsay's camera and some video on Friday night, and then Lindsay came off night shift and we went out to Alan Reid, where, as I say, and it was a good weekend. Lots of wildlife, lots of video, and lots of flying. So it was good fun.
We were
Came
supposed
back
to get,
Oh, sorry,
We
go
were,
on.
yeah, we were supposed to get a big storm here yesterday, but we never got it. So
Yeah, we had bad weather forecast, so I wasn't expecting much of the weekend. It was more to get away somewhere quiet and just
yeah,
chill out and relax. And the storm never materialised. We had some heavy rain Friday night, but that was it.
mm,
Um, it was, it was fine. Plenty of work when I came back though. I was running out of disk space. No, I am running out of disk space, so I had to reconfigure um, the drives to work with yet another backup drive. So now I've got to buy another one. I've just run out of space. Either that or I stop storing all the video and what have you. Shoot. Morning, Hugh.
Morning,
hey
gents.
Hugh, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. What's happening?
Oh, Paul's starting a skunk farm. Uh,
I got another chipmunk last night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
yeah. It came in the
That's cool.
garage while I was hanging out, so I set the trap and I picked this morning and went in, and there it is.
Hugh, it must have been one of the chipmunks that were away at school for summer school and just came home.
yeah.
Could be. I don't know. I think they must live in an expanded territory, and now that they're just kind of moving in a little bit, you know.
Yep.
I agree, Blind Neil. When they're stalking, the bells aren't much, but she's catching them locally, and there's nowhere she can get close to the birds without making a noise. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. And she's not taking much time about doing it either. We sort of relented on Friday morning, let her out, and she was back in 10 minutes later with one. Wouldn't be so bad with mice and that if she left them outside, but she insists on bringing them home to her mom.
It's always the way.
Yep.
So uneventful weekend for you, Hugh?
Yeah, pretty quiet here. I'm having some health issues, so I've not been feeling too well, to be honest. So
Oh no.
yeah, I may have to go into the hospital. I've got some kind of issue with my heart.
Oh,
So
sorry to hear that.
Oh,
yeah, it's been going on for a while, but it's been getting worse, and so I'm trying to get in to see my doctor and see what's going on. And it's just a lot of weird shit going on.
Okay.
Anyway, just thought I'd let you guys know. So if I'm not here some days, you'll know why. I'm just, I'm
Yeah.
at the doctor or whatever.
Oh, we wish you all the best of luck on that.
I appreciate it.
yep.
That's the problem with being overweight and sedentary. You start to develop these things when you get older, right?
Mm.
Well, thankfully I've stayed clear of it, but I do get out for walks, so that'll no doubt help.
Yeah, I've been trying. I got out this morning for a half-hour walk, but I've got some kind of there's arrhythmia. There's just weird. My heart's doing really weird things. Normally you don't notice your heart at all, right? It just works, right? But now all of a sudden I'm getting hot flashes, and the heart starts to palpitate, and it stops and it goes, and it's like, what the hell?
Okay.
It's kind of scary, to be honest. So anyway, see what he has to say. I'm trying to get a hold of the doctor today.
Starting Thursday, we're gonna go back in that bloody heat wave.
No, I'm not looking forward to that.
What I'm showing you is, interestingly enough, can you see it?
Bag of
It's still-
garbage.
Yeah, see that right there, that little black?
Yeah.
I put a gun out there.
You put a gun?
It doesn't work. It's a pellet gun. You know
Oh.
how when you pump it, all you hear is air going shh.
Okay.
So what's kind of funny is you'll see some guy coming to a screeching halt as he's driving south on Stone.
Check it out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He gets right out of the driver's side and just grabs that baby.
I probably thought it was a real one.
Oh, it's a real pellet gun.
Yeah, well, it's a cheap one. It's plastic handles and plastic. I think it's made by Daisy.
What's in that bag though?
Just trash.
Are you allowed to put bags out like that?
Yeah.
You're not allowed. You gotta take it right away.
It's got to be in the bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and over here is the grass clippings from mowing the lawn yesterday.
It'll be interesting to see if a cop drives by and notices the gun.
Well,
Sirens come on. You know?
I was watching people, Hugh, walk by on the sidewalk,
Yeah.
and nobody picked up their head and looked or anything.
It's weird, eh?
Come on.
Yeah, that's I'm surprised you're allowed putting bags up to the street like that.
There he is, right there.
Okay.
Okay, let me cue it back.
And it's
up
gone.
again. There he is.
Oh, you didn't keep it though? What happened?
And
Yeah.
he stuck it in the
Yeah,
truck.
it's in the back of the
Oh,
truck.
he took it. He took it. Okay, so now it's gone. The gun's gone.
Yep. Funny.
You know, I wouldn't do that because what if it was a real gun used in a crime or whatever? You know, like
Yeah.
if you were the guy in that truck, would you pick up that gun?
No.
Well, it was kind of a test to me. I thought maybe the other guys with the trash would come by and just, a big crusher just crush that baby into the trash.
Yeah. Weird.
Because I looked at it, Hugh, to see if I could just unscrew it and take it apart. No, it's all put together permanently.
Rivets and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, most things today are not meant to be repaired, right? They're meant to be used and then discarded,
Oh, yeah.
which is too bad.
Roger, are you giving Roxy some attention?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe.
He's rubbing his knee.
Oh.
No, I'm actually crossing my legs, and that's the first time in many years I haven't done that.
Oh, really? Good for you. Well, I tell you what, we can tell you're losing weight because that chair gets bigger all the time. Pretty soon you're going to look like, what was that show where she sat in this great big overstuffed chair and said, "That's the truth."
Come on.
What
Yeah.
was that show? I was on Saturday or Sunday nights, and it was like laugh in, or
Yeah, Rowan and Martin's laughing.
yes.
Yeah. No, she doesn't want to play. I thought she was going to be a screen star for a minute. She's trying to get out of my window, which isn't open enough for her to get out. Hi, Michael Blade.
Hey, Michael. Like this shirt I got on here, I couldn't sit down in it. The buttons wouldn't unbutton itself. Now it's
I can tell.
Looking good, buddy.
Yeah.
feeling better. Walking a little bit better too, but
That's good.
Hi, Washington County News.
yeah. Hey, Washington County, how you doing?
Hey, Washington County.
Good morning, Washington.
Yeah, it's nice to lose weight, but then I thought I go buy new shirts and everything now.
Clothes.
I'm used to taking double X large.
Well, I wish I was only double X. That's my goal. My goal is double X. That's why whenever I see 3X drones, I always say that's just my size. I can actually fit into a 2X, but I prefer it loose, so I like the 3X for that reason.
Washington County News said, I'm doing great. It's going to be 111 degrees here today. Well, enjoy it. I mean,
Keep it over there, buddy.
it's over there, not over here. Yeah. We're gonna get that at the end of the week.
Yeah.
So it's in open windows and doors today, huh, Roger?
Oh yeah, it's been like that since yesterday. Everything's wide open. Last night everything stayed wide open.
Roxy probably doesn't know what to think, does she?
So Roger, I saw Greyhound, that one with Tom Hanks, the new World War II movie. It
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
was pretty
Right.
good. Worth watching.
It's on Apple TV, right?
Yeah.
And I tried to do that thing on Apple TV last night. Oh, it takes this certain kind of TV, it takes this, takes that. What the hell? But I got all that. Nice.
There's
My
other ways
TV
to watch though.
eh?
I said there's other ways to watch it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll find it.
I heard that
Oh,
there was a lot of dark scenes in that show. You could hardly see anything.
No,
Well,
it
you
wasn't
know,
too bad
that's-
actually.
No,
That's-
well,
No, it was
the
pretty
dark scenes are the easy way for them to put in the CG.
It was
Hey,
there was a
Frank,
lot of night, but it was very intense. Really, really intense movie.
Oh, send me that link in private chat there.
Sure.
Because last night I was about ready to hit the button to subscribe that A&T or Apple TV thing, and it was
Yeah.
getting quite late. I was having problems understanding what they were saying. So
I get.
The rest of you, Hugh will
Yeah.
be having a tutorial shortly.
Yeah. I get on here. I subscribe to IPTV, which is Internet Protocol TV. I
Yeah.
get a lot of those shows.
I started
don't-
looking at.
I don't pay for any subscription television.
I started
Now,
looking at-
now on those subscription TVs, do you pay by the month, or do you pay one-time fee, or do you pay per show?
No, $20 a month is what I pay.
yeah.
You know our licensing system in the UK for television and what have you. You know, you've got to have a TV license to watch the BBC and that. I don't even pay for that. I don't watch the thing. If there's
Okay.
something
So
I
the
want to
indi-
watch,
So, David, the individual user like yourself
yeah,
has to pay a fee.
right. For what you would probably call public service broadcast, you need what they call a television license, and that is, I think, about £180 a year, and that gives you permission to watch broadcast television. Yeah, exactly. I don't pay it.
Paul, but it's what funds the BBC.
No, it's not, strictly speaking, Hugh,
I
because
thought that was the
no,
case.
they fund themselves these days
Okay.
by selling programs to America, Canada,
Okay.
Japan.
I
You know,
thought the original premise of this.
the original
license was-
premise of it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
But did they stop that? No.
No,
Once they
no.
make-
And in fact now, because so many people have said, "Sod you, BBC, we're not interested," they are removing the free license to the over 75s as well. So they're all going to pay, but none of them will. They'll all do what's what. Now, if you go on to the internet, you, strictly speaking, can't watch. I'm saying strictly speaking because by the letter of the law, you can't watch any BBC or BBC, the BBC iPlayer, the on-demand stuff. You can't watch any of that. But there's nothing if you want to watch on demand from all the other channels because they self-finance via advertising.
Right.
And that kind of thing, but you can't watch it in real time under the UK law, and I don't watch any of it anyway, so I don't pay. My son has Netflix and Amazon Prime, so he gets to see what he wants to see, and as Hugh says, there's other ways of seeing stuff if you really want to. I don't really want to watch a lot. It's just, you know.
Well, I'm finally
Yeah.
caught up on Snowpiercer, by the way.
Huh?
I finally
I
caught
still-
up on Snowpiercer.
I've still got number 10 to watch.
Okay.
So
My
you,
lips
you've
are
watched
sealed.
number 9. You've watched 9, have you? Where they
And 10.
you've watched 10 as well.
Yeah.
But 9 was an interesting solution to a problem, and I don't know what other problems it's going to bring. No doubt we'll find.
Well, you'll see. You'll see.
Is
Well,
10 the end of the series, or is there more to come?
It's the end of the first series, anyway.
I would think that a fiction writer like yourself, Hugh, would really be wanting to soak all that other stuff up to see what everybody else is doing, just help you feed your brain, you know?
Hey, okay.
lots of
dude,
ideas,
how you
right?
doing?
It's a yes and no, though, isn't it? Because look at George Martin, Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
Have you read those books?
All of them.
And you didn't think that, well, he got that from there, he got that from there, he got that. Oh, I've
Of
read
course,
the,
every writer does. Every writer has to take their life and stitch it together to make their own stories based on what they know, right? That's all they can write about.
Yes, I agree. But, you know, when you can name chapter and verse of a book where he stole that passage, sorry, where he must have read that passage previously and then, you know, it was just.
Well,
That's
and
what
I don't think anybody thinks anything wrong of it, because if we did, there wouldn't be a thought in the world that somebody else hasn't thunk before you.
No, I agree, but the whole he was making a big thing about how it took him so long to come out with the next book and all the rest of it. That's probably because he was having to read so many other books. Sorry, I just didn't like Game of Thrones or George Martin. It was
That's okay.
Hugh, do I have to make a page on this or like a login or something?
No,
No. Okay.
but
It's just
you have to have a client,
you have to a what?
an app to download it. Kim can probably tell you all about it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. It's download torrent. Is that the way you got it?
Yeah, but
Porn.
you need the application to download it.
you need the torrent app. Yeah.
Yeah, you need some
I
kind of a
thought
torrent
you
app.
said you need to download porn. I'm going, what?
No,
You were straight in there when you thought it was porn, eh, Paul?
I
give me
I
a
just
second and
clicked
I'll.
on I just clicked on download the thing that gives me play now. Anonymous
able to.
download.
I sent you a link for a torrent download for Windows. You can
Okay.
download it and install it. Then you click that link, and then you'll be able to watch it.
Ah, okay.
You can do a straight download, but they can be on some pretty dodgy sites, and 2, they could take forever. You're better off with a BitTorrent and letting it do it with spare internet if you like.
We've got this funny thing in Canada. You can stream video that's kind of gray, like stuff that you're watching on TV. You can stream it in Canada, and that's not against the law.
Really?
Downloading technically, I think, is, but streaming is not.
That's what I do, eh? That's what I do. All my TV channels are all streamed.
There you go. So what have you got, an Android box, Paul?
No, I wouldn't go Android. Oh man, my brother's got one. It takes him too long just to fire it up to get a show.
What do you use?
It's what's called Mega Box, but it's
Okay.
it's just like having a cable box.
Gotcha.
No different.
Yeah.
But I got like 3,000 channels.
Yeah.
Movies, even old shows, new movies, all that. Yeah.
You see, you can't use those boxes if you live in the States.
Yeah.
But we can in Canada. I don't know.
You can use them in the States if you don't get caught.
True.
Hang on a sec, I've just got to go and I've been called.
Yeah, I've had that box for several years. It's all,
What's it called again, Paul?
it's a Mega, trying to think of the number, 250 or something. I forget. Called a Mega Box.
Mega box. I'm gonna check that out.
MAGA, I think it is.
Just my son wanting to know if something was had wangy tangy in it.
Oh, there you go. Actually,
IP.
I was gonna use a 2-month-old milk and something yesterday, and Lynn was yelling at me on the phone, "Don't you dare! I'll come down there behind." So I poured it down the sink. Just about broke my heart as the chunks were coming out of the milk jug. Chunk.
But it's under IPTV, eh? If you're looking up at you. A lot of
Okay, so it's an IPTV box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Mag 322.
Yeah, Meg. Okay, yeah. There's a whole bunch of mine's an older one now, so they've got a lot of new ones out.
So
It'll
something like
do.
this, I'll put it in chat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty handy.
Yep, looks just like that. Yep, same remote control, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy that box and find an IPTV provider, and I pay $20 a month. There's some people are less, some are more, but I got a local guy here, right?
Oh, so you have to pay a subscription.
Yeah,
The other ones used to be all free, right?
yeah, Android. But the thing
Yeah.
is, you got to download this. You got to wait for the TV guide to load, and you got to
Yeah.
do all this. This here, just like a cable box. Just pick out what you want, click.
Nice.
So is it easy to? Do you have to put any special programs in or anything, or?
Nope. It all comes ready to rock and roll. The only thing
Now,
is, you got to
question-
the first time you have to put in some numbers from your provider, so it links it to that.
Yeah, the question I would have is, would something like that for Roger work with Bell Canada and the very limited he has?
I probably wouldn't, so because it's streaming, right? And he's got very little on the streaming end of it for speed, right?
Yeah. They reckon a 2 megabit connection minimum.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be. And that's for standard definition. If you want to go HD,
Yeah.
you need more.
Yeah.
Roger doesn't have 2 megabit, do you?
No. He will later, or maybe it's early next year.
Eventually in 6 months or whatever. I don't know. I don't think he can hear us, can he?
Yeah, I can hear you. What were you saying? Sorry.
Oh, your speed, is it 2 megabytes
Sometimes
download?
Sometimes.
it's supposed to be 10 megabytes.
Yeah.
But I only get about 2, 1.2.
Yeah. We're talking about this IPTV stuff.
Yeah. Tell you the truth, I don't know.
Yeah. Like I've got that Prime, stuff from Amazon, but I just find it takes forever to figure out what show you want to watch. You know,
It's not very well organized, is it?
no.
No.
This one here, I got just like a regular cable box. Pull up you just hit a button, the guide comes up. Yeah, okay, watch that. Click, done.
I even find Netflix is getting worse. Basically, they're showing you what they want you to watch,
Yeah.
not what you want to watch. It's like, here's the shit we made. Watch this.
Yeah.
And they push that onto your page, right?
But the funny thing is, you got about 3,000 channels, but there's only about 10 that you watch.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we gave up the satellite TV. It was just there was thousands and thousands and thousands of channels, but
Yeah.
we didn't watch any of it.
Even TV shows that aren't on the air anymore, I don't think on some broadcasting because, like Bill Cosby and all them, they're still on there,
Yeah.
Like Gilligan's Island, MASH, a lot of the old shows are there, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like watching them.
I
A lot of
started,
the old shows are better than the new ones.
I started looking at the movie called The Nun last night
Oh, yeah.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
The horror movie.
Yeah.
I started looking at that last night, but I was starting to fall asleep at 11 o'clock, so I just closed everything off.
I think I watched 5 minutes of it.
Not much of a horror movie if you were falling asleep.
Oh, I was pretty burnt anyway yesterday. Red Dog says $36 USD, right? That's $55 Canadian. About.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, first day back to work, working from home. Oh, cool, Jagger.
Oh,
Eager Scott's throwing around 4-letter words.
Work.
Work, that's the one.
Word. I know. I was talking to Brian Gearby yesterday. He just got out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I hope he's feeling a lot better.
So even with that box, you have to have subscription.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, like I pay $20 a month, but you know the thing is with him too is that he's local, and I just pay him cash, right? There's no trace credit card, debit cards, nothing, right?
Mhm.
He just gives you a piece of paper with the address to
No, I
download
don't.
stuff.
No, well, I usually pay him like 3-4 months, whatever. I pull, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll send me a text. Well, you're due next month or something, you know. And he owns a business, so I just walk in the store, say, "Hey, how you doing? Here you go. Good for a while again."
Okay, so you get a link or something that you have to put into the IPTV.
Not ever. No, just the one time when I first signed up on with
Okay.
him, that was it.
Okay, cool.
Never had to do anything since. The only thing is that if you know the internet goes down or whatever, you lose everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's on internet protocol, right? So
Yeah, well, if you don't have the internet, for sure.
But that's what DVDs are for. Oh, what's Paul after now?
'Cause
To be honest, though, my internet is pretty stable.
here's what my question was, Reese. How does it work? You just need to plug this in to your TV, set up a subscription, which allows you to get access. Please contact Moby Monk for more details. Moby Monk is the seller, I guess. I don't.
yeah, that'd be the seller.
Box is blank, nothing inside. Okay.
Well, see,
I just don't understand all that internet.
yeah, well, just Android box has to be loaded with different programs and stuff all the time, and you got to keep updating that and all this. I've never updated, never. It's one first time you put in this number, done, and
Yeah.
like that for 4 or 5 years.
My brother has the same thing.
Yeah.
But he catches tons of set channels, tons.
Yep.
How
Well-
can
The reason I asked is I just like to kind of see what the hell's going on out there. Then I'm not so surprised when somebody talks about it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
The software that runs on the most of the Android boxes is Kodi, and you can also get that for running on a PC.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot more management. It's constantly being updated, and you've got to change things, and it's still not as easy as just plugging in and paying your $20 a month.
Yeah. I was running a Kodi box for a couple of years.
Yeah, I've run one in the past.
Yeah, my brother had an Android, and I go over there, and he says, "You got to be kidding!" I said, "Come over and see mine." He goes, "Oh, holy crap!" And he couldn't believe how easy it was.
Yeah.
And you
Just
get
like
all the latest movies too?
Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes not as quick as some of them are, and I've seen some movies come out before they're on TV too. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah. And it's all divided up too. If you're English or French or Portuguese or
Yeah.
whatever, right? You know, if you're Chinese or whatever, it's just you can watch whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because what I do, wow, when you bring it up, you go English, but you don't have to do that every time because I just stay in the same area. So, and
I'll be right back.
you shut it off, turn back on, you're right where you were the last time, right? So,
I had to open the door again so she'd go in and out.
Yeah.
I hate to not let her go out when it's only 68 degrees out, you know?
Yeah. Well, skunks really don't come out during the day unless they're sick.
Well, the one that shot Mia must have been had sunglasses on because it was.
Yeah, but that was 6 o'clock in the morning.
I think
He was on his way to bed. He was just coming off night
It
shift.
was 6:50 and the sun had been up for an hour and 20 minutes.
Must be
well,
very
you know, probably no different than deer. I mean, deer are the same thing. They're out at night, but I've gone down the road and seen them out during the day once in a while, right?
Yeah.
well. I've seen them lots of times during the day in the field, but usually I don't see skunks usually until it's nighttime, and during the day I don't see them at all.
Yeah,
There was
well,
ice dead on the side of the road.
I'm just an overly protective.
Fucking cheese.
I don't blame you, Paul. I don't blame you. I am too. With her, there, I'm the same thing. At nighttime, I'm her bodyguard. I go out first with a flashlight, check around. Okay, go.
That's funny.
Yeah, I do that down at the trailer too. I got my big high beam flashlight, and they come out to the porch and it's got a gate on it, and I click around. Nope. Okay, where you go.
That's it. Yeah. Talk about that, Kim. Charge the batteries for the flashlight. You got some blue ones upstairs, I'm sure, but charge them up.
Morning, Steve Essex.
Steve is in the house. How you doing?
Hey, there's an idea, Paul. Take some of those boards off the ramp going up there, and just take a big cement patio, slab them over the hole.
Well,
Yeah.
at least I've got carpeting stapled down on that ramp.
Okay.
I could, I'm sure I can peel that up, but at least, and the sad part is, I don't think the boards are screwed down. I think they're nailed down.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Too bad. I screw everything down.
Yep, I do too. And no. So when you start prying them up, you're going to have that noise going, and the skunks are going to go, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the chipmunk yesterday. I was sitting in the garage watching TV, and he comes in, and then I thought, okay, I better go set the trap, because I hadn't set the trap for a while. So I went out, got the bucket, filled it up, put the sunflower seeds in, did all that stuff, and then went back to watching TV. And then about 10 minutes later, he comes in again, and he's bouncing around the bucket, checking out the trap. He even walked partway up the ramp, took a seed, and then went back down. So I thought, okay, I'll get you later. So anyway, this morning he was in there. That is the most effective trap I've ever imagined.
So it's just seed at the top of the ramp and water in the.
He doesn't see the water. He sees a layer of sunflower seeds.
Oh, right. You put a layer
He
of sunflower seeds.
And he jumps onto it and sinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, are you going to plan going flying today or what?
I don't know. My back and legs are killing me because when I was adjusting that camera underneath the deck, underneath the ramp, I had to put that spotlight, and I had to reach up underneath. I had to get down on my knees out there.
Oh.
It's like I had a hell of a time getting back up again.
I can't kneel on hard surfaces anymore. I've got some kind of a nerve on one of my knees that it feels like I'm kneeling on a thumbtack. So
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
My knees are bad anyway. Every time I walk, you can hear them pop and snap and stuff. And just not good.
Did you get those braces yet?
Yeah, I did. I put those on for a while, but then it seemed to cut off the circulation after a while.
What
So
about
I
the
had
compression
to take-
socks?
What's that?
The compression socks. Did you ever try those?
Yeah, I did. And
Didn't like those either? Okay.
they didn't. But I've got those. I think I showed them to you. They're like a compression knee thing.
Yeah. I wear mine just when I go out for a walk.
Yeah. See, I was leaving them on all day,
Okay.
and they'd start to hurt.
Yeah.
And then they're not really built that well for if you have your legs bent all the time. Like if you get up and down on your legs, or your legs are getting in and out of chairs, because then they seem to crunch up behind your knees,
Yeah, see you, JDS. Have a good one. Be safe.
Hey, Paul, I think JDS has adopted you.
Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them supported.
I'm gonna try to take my son out for a haircut today.
Oh,
So I'm gonna find a barber shop that's open.
here, they're all closed on Monday.
That's interesting.
Old-fashioned way, the old-fashioned way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay, first choice looks like it's open.
The old-fashioned way in my house when I was young, I seem to remember, was a bowl over the head and then just cut round.
Yeah, before I come down, I want to get the wife to do my hair. She's always done it. So
Okay.
Oh, that's handy.
yeah, she's done it for 15, 20 years now.
So as it looks now, Roger Palooza's on for this weekend, right?
So I'm checking out the weather. Like I
They
said,
keep-
Wednesday, I'm gonna check the weather again. Then we'll decide what's going on. Because I don't want the guys to come down here if it's piss pouring rain, you know.
Yeah. Well, they're saying 40% right now. So on
Yeah.
my weather network, anyways. Because the last time I checked, I think the winds are supposed to be about 9 mile an hour, so which ain't too bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you know, it changes.
Yeah.
now, are you still waiting, Paul, for a part for your Phantom? Oh, you got it.
Just got to put it in. Yeah, it came on Friday. Just getting ready to go head to the trailer. So
And then you're going to have to test fly.
you bet. Yeah, just a little tiny motor, little plug in on it.
Yeah.
So
Now, does it have a cover that goes on it?
no, this one, the cover's already on the outside of it.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 screws here and 2 screws here. That's it. But I got to take the back off the camera in order to plug it in because it plugs in right aboard right by the camera. But I've had it off before because I had to replace the whole ribbon cable before, so
Hmm.
it's not that big a deal.
Morning, Len.
Good morning, Lynn.
Lenny's here.
Hey, Lenny.
I've been good today, Lenny. Ask anybody.
Yeah.
Maybe not David, but ask anybody. What day is today?
Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Monday, fun day.
Well, Monday.
Did everyone get to see the PMSS?
Oh, yeah, that's on tonight, isn't it?
What the hell's that?
The PMS show tonight.
Oh, Paul Murray show. Oh, right.
Oh,
All right.
Hey, Rick.
Morning, Rick. Well, get in to see the doctor next week.
yeah, the Paul Murray Skunk Show.
Oh, really?
Your doctor
Yeah.
next week.
Paul Murray,
I-
Skunks and Friends.
Hi, TCM. I think Kim's got it right. He's starting off a skunk farm. He's growing skunks.
Okay,
well,
let me.
with all that fur, you could make some hats or something, right?
So okay, let's guess. Where's Rick today?
Yeah. If I got paid by the kilometer, man, I'd be a rich guy.
Oh, no kidding. I don't never know where you are.
We don't even want to talk about how much I spent in fuel and vehicles in the last month. I actually probably gonna have to go back to work.
Where are you now? You back home in on the island?
No,
No.
he's in Kitchener.
Oh,
I
you're
can
in Kitchener.
tell. I can tell by the glass doors behind him.
Yep. No, I'm back in the city
Back with the wife again.
only for a short day or 3, maybe, depending. Kind of depends on Roger Palooza. Kind of, sort of. It's quicker to go from here down to there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't want to go home and then go all the way to Quebec from there. So
Yeah.
So,
So wait a minute,
Rick,
so-
how is your pretty little wife doing anyway?
she's not awake, so I couldn't tell you.
Ah,
I got the kids, so she's sleeping.
So what do you do if you're up north? You take what 17 across to Ottawa?
Yeah.
Yep.
But the road's garbage. It's rough and it's bad, and there's 2 different big spots of construction, and yeah. So what's everybody up to this morning?
Oh, nothing too much.
Hey, bud.
Nice here.
trying to figure
Yeah,
out
there's
about Roger
No
Palooza.
humidity.
Yep.
It's raining here.
Nice and cool.
So did everybody see that ship collision yesterday?
Oh
Yeah.
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 That
No,
was
no,
great.
it's that.
There was no video of it though, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was a video.
Let me see
Oh,
if I
yeah?
can pull it up.
There's
Oh,
2 or
I-
3 different angles.
I didn't see that.
You
Here, I'll
pull
pull
it
it
up and share it.
Yeah.
And then
here we
the
go.
other ship blew up there yesterday, caught on fire. You guys
Oh,
see
yeah?
that one? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, this is awesome. I can't believe this happened.
I can't believe it either. It blew my mind. Those are big freaking ships.
And there's another video from the other side too. I just they're worried about drones. Let's just drive a 1,000,000-ton boat into another one.
Pull over, pull over, pull
Almost
over.
straight on, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's close.
holy crap. Oh wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, but you gotta see it. They keep moving. It just.
Yeah, the dark colored one actually ended up pushing the other one back.
2 ships collided.
Oh,
Well,
See if there's a
yeah.
different version.
Yeah, the dark one there. Look how low he's in the water, so he must have a good load on.
Yeah.
Because the other one, you can see that bulba thing or whatever it is in front there, right?
Oh. Oh man.
And afterwards, you can see the dents like 10 feet deep. It's just insane.
Looks like a slightly different angle.
I capture life. Pretty extreme.
ugh.
So that one there's got windmills on it by the looks of it, like the.
Yeah, he's got the bases. Yep.
Well, then the USS Bonhomme
Somebody's
there.
got some explaining to do.
Oh yeah, there's.
Well,
gonna
look
be
at
some-
how they swing right back over to the shoreline.
Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't it have been cool if you had been droning those ships?
Oh,
The video, right?
There's a viral video right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it pushes that one sideways. It just.
Yep.
But apparently the red one lost its steering or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah. That was a good clip.
Hey, the tank, how you doing?
Hey, the tank.
Well, and then the USS Bonhomme Richard there caught fire yesterday too, in San Diego, and was on fire right in the harbor.
yeah.
Oh,
I was,
And they say it's going to burn for days.
yeah, I was chatting with Lynn about it there last night.
Navy ship. Yep.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
John Cooper insurance battle, that's for sure.
It looked to me as though it was a one of those helicopter carriers. You know, it had the flat deck and everything, but it wasn't for jets.
Oh wow. Gutsy, really what Gutsy gear, Gutsy FPV just said. How you doing there, Frank?
Yeah, 2020's turned into quite a year, eh? All the nonsense going on. Jesus.
Yeah.
I just got scolded at the store for buying my cigars with no freaking mask on. So I bought one just to shut the guy up. I didn't even open it, and he still like nonsense.
New rules, bud. New rules.
I know. These masks does nothing for you. You got to wear the ones that I wear with the pucks on them. Otherwise, it's a waste of time and money. But I needed my cigar, right? So whatever.
Do what you got to do.
That's it. I guess all the guys at work now, they got to wear their full respirator at work, and they're whining and crying. And
Well, that would be horrible, especially in the heat, right?
And heat, yeah.
I used to have to wear the full respirator when I painted outside. My dad owns a painting company, and we'd spray on top of barns. So we'd be up on the roof on a 40-degree day and have to wear those full respirators and full coveralls and a toque.
Yep.
And oh,
I've done asbestos abatement
yeah.
last summer, and it was the same deal. Just gross hot.
Well, here's what I'm wondering. They just are enforcing today. If you go into a store or you're where you're in confinement with other people, you have to wear a mask.
Right.
Period. Or it's $1,000 fine.
Yep.
And my question is will those shields that you can pull down suffice as a mask?
Yes, they do.
They're supposed to.
Yeah, they do. When I was on the boat talking to you guys, there was an elderly couple, and that's what they used. I just didn't want to show them, but they had just the face shield on, and the ship's captain came up to them and had a big long talk about how that was okay, and he thanked them for wearing the shields and thanked them for coming on the boat. And
That'd be a lot less restrictive for your breathing, right?
Oh yeah, breathing and everything, and it wouldn't be as hot.
Right.
that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw a lady on the news, and she was wearing one of those face shields, and she was pushing her stroller, and she kind of looked like she was playing hockey. It's like she was skating along with this face mask and this baby in the carriage. It just looked weird.
You know, and especially wearing the mask with the glasses, right? They fog up. And
Yes.
Mine was, yeah. I had the shades on there, and nonsense.
Apparently, carrying a hockey stick and wearing one of those Jason masks isn't allowed, though. It's,
Oh,
Well, that's what I was saying. If I'd have walked in the store a year ago with a mask on like that, I'd go to jail.
yeah.
Now it's the norm.
It's been mandatory since Friday in Scotland, but not in England. So in Scotland, you have to wear them on public transport and in shops and in closed spaces. But in England, you don't.
That's kind of a double standard, isn't it?
Carpenter Rick,
It's been
Lynn
the way
said-
all the way. Yeah, sorry, you, Roger.
Okay, Carpenter Rick, Lynn says that ferry was beautiful. Bet it was a nice ride.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I used to not be able to take it because of my disease. Actually, to be honest with you guys, that's the first time I've taken it in quite a while. I took it once last summer on the motorcycle, and it made me sick. But
Oh
I was
no!
fine this time.
Does it give you seasickness?
For days after, usually, but
Wow.
not any, I didn't this time.
That's probably where you were because you stayed outside, didn't you? On the trip, so
Yeah.
hey, Gary, my sister went to Costco in London, and she said she went in there and they're handing masks out as you were going into it, and they said just about everybody was wearing a mask there.
Yeah, I
You-
thought it was
I mean, couldn't
mandatory
remember
already.
seeing nobody without one.
Neil's saying the 17th, but I thought it was already in effect.
It depends on where you are in certain
In
counties.
Ontario. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
As of the 17th, it's Ontario wide, but until
Okay.
then, certain places, municipalities have already made it.
Okay.
But you were saying about hi Brandon Rain about the different standard in Scotland and England. It's been that way since this all kicked off. Scotland's been a
It's been
lot
that way
more.
for 150 more years.
Well,
my-
yes.
So my
300
last-
would be-
Half of my last name came from Scotland. It's Mac Williams.
Yeah.
That's my grandmother's maiden side. They're right from Scotland, and they just give it to the English every time they talk about it.
every time they can, yeah. And
Hey,
it's
Jones.
every time the UK Prime Minister, the Westminster guy, opens his mouth, he's doing more than the Scottish nationalists have ever done for the independence cause. So it's if they had a referendum now for it, it'd probably be 80-20 for independence, whereas
Wow.
usually it's close. It's 50-50, one winning or the other. At the moment, I reckon it'd be easily 80-20 in favour. Yeah, I've got two as well. I keep one in the motorhome, and I've got my one here as well.
Did you know that if I use my mom's maiden name, which is mom's side of the family, my name would be Paul? Yeah, my mom's
T?
maiden name was Paul. Yep.
Wow.
Well, that's funny because my grandfather's name was Clifford Paul, and when they, then she married my dad. But anyways, I become Paul Clifford Hodges. Yeah. But the Pauls came out of the Isle of Guernsey,
Oh yeah.
and the Hodges came out of England. I'm trying to forget now where, but
Well, we've got the the Scottish is actually, she married a French, was D-E Board, like a capital D, a little E, and then a capital B, O-A-R-D. So she's, I guess I would say I'm quarter Scottish, quarter English, quarter native, and a quarter whatever, mutt. Anybody going flying today?
I'm gonna try to.
Maybe.
Yeah, not planning yet.
I got the Mavic Mini batteries charging. I was using them to charge my phone, the battery pack. So it was all dead, so it's charging now, but it looks nice. I'm gonna get some flights out. I've been posting a lot of videos and stuff on Facebook. I'm starting to get a lot of recognition, which is good.
Surprised my phone hasn't been going off yet for putting signs up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually working too, but got kind of a low point right now. So hopping in, saying hi.
I was gonna say that's my kind of work. If you've got time to come on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, which is strange because we're really busy right now, but all my bosses are in meetings and I'm caught up with what I need to do. So
No.
heck with them. Where did that boat crash happen? I was kind of in the middle of something and I looked over and I seen that going on. Where'd that take place at?
Welland Canal.
Welland Canal, wasn't it?
Is that in the United States or is that
No,
in
Canada.
Canada?
Welland, Ontario.
Not terribly far from Asgard there.
No, it's closer to me, than it is Asgard.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah.
That was insane. They didn't even look like they were gonna, try to get out of the way. They're just like, oh well, we're screwed. Just let it go.
Well,
You
what you couldn't see from that perspective is I'll bet that if you could see the back of those boats, the
Mhm.
engines were turning full
Oh,
speed
yeah.
in reverse.
Oh yeah.
reverse engines, no doubt.
It takes a couple kilometers for those things to
Oh,
stop.
Oh God, yeah. I'm sure you've seen videos of cruise ships bumping into each other. There's nothing you can do about it. They just gotta let it happen. Yeah. So yeah, I'll bet you they're full reverse gear, but you would think they would be trying to, at least veer off the side rather than just come in head on.
I heard that they
I think
both
the
had
prob-
pilots on board too. So
Ooh. Oh ho 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 ho.
Yeah, it's not going to go over well.
The masters will be quite happy about that. The captains will be happy there was pilots on board.
Yeah.
Normally, Keith, it was him.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't think.
Especially the red one that lost control. They have to have a Great Lakes pilot put on board.
Yeah, you can't go through that canal without it.
Yep.
Not those big
So
ships.
here's my question. I don't know enough about ships. All those ships have bow thrusters, go one way or the other. But
Well,
I think there's a special generator that has to power up to turn on the bow thrusters. So
Yeah, but they would already be on. It would be on because they're in the canal. They'd have to have them on.
Okay.
What,
Because I didn't
what it
see
looked
any
like
bow
to me,
thrusters.
it looked like the dark boat, black or blue, that was trying to turn,
yeah, it looked like it. Yeah.
but it was too late, and the red one couldn't, and he was on the wrong side of the canal.
Yeah.
And the other boat didn't realise quick enough, and it would have been 2 kilometres back, and he would have to start with been expecting the red one. So there was a lack of communication going on somewhere, and
Well, that's what they said. They weren't talking to each other.
yeah.
At some point, you're coming down the same canal, and you might want to pick up a radio, right? And go,
Yeah, you would think.
hey,
Those two pilots should have been in contact the whole time.
the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, you would have thought so.
Well, what's interesting is when you monitor marine radios, like I do because I fly,
Mhm.
they're on a universal channel 11, which is control for all the Great Lakes and different stations along the lakes. Like they'll call into Sarnia Control, they'll call to Windsor Control or Detroit. And then when the ships want to talk ship to ship, they will say, call themselves on the ship and they'll say, switch to channel 9, channel
Right.
8, channel 7.
But the thing is, that it almost looked like it was a last minute thing. I mean, you look out the front window, holy crap! Even back quarter of a mile, like holy mackerel, this don't look good, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You
You
would
probably
think
had
that-
about a quarter mile, half a mile. You probably would have seen each other. And at some point, that's
And-
when you pick up the radio and go, I think we might have a problem.
And in this electronic era, why don't they have collision avoidance stuff like we have on drones on the front of those ships going, hey, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it.
Yeah, or at least you gotta have some type of radar, right? You know another ship's coming, right?
Well, AIS should have been telling them.
That looked like a game of chicken to me. It really did. Like, I'm not moving. Well, neither am I. Well, neither am I. You know what I mean?
You imagine if one sank right there in the
Oh, wow.
channel?
That'd screw it up.
Oh,
See what Gutsy Gear wrote down, everybody? Yeah, you can't see the chat, right, Kipper?
No, I could get the laptop out, but
You're not awake yet.
I'm still recouping from the last week where the kilometers just took too much out of me.
Have you totted up how many you've done over the last few days?
3,600 kilometers in 7 days,
Bang.
which isn't total crazy amount, but it's enough.
holy mackerel.
You said 600 kilometers, not 3,600 kilometers, right?
No, I said 3,600. It's 650 each way. Every trip is 650.
You might as well get a job driving a truck.
You know what?
Making
Paul?
money.
It's funny you say that because actually I thought about it last night because I really do enjoy driving. But then I looked at the rate of pay and I'd have to eat about $15 an hour to do that. And that's a little too much of a downgrade in pay.
Well, you might go become a pilot on a ship.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of jobs going on the canal.
I guess there will
There
be,
might be
eh?
a couple openings after day.
Jesus. But I don't have depth perception because I only have the one eye, so that would probably happen a little more often, right?
Yeah.
No, I just gotta not buy any more vehicles or tractors or anything for a few months. Gotta just chill out. Or drones, I guess.
I wonder what that felt like on the ship. Those things are so big. Do you think that, is it really, do you really have to like brace yourself for this if you're inside the,
Well, I would imagine.
you think? I mean,
Well, they didn't quite hit head on. They kind of,
Right.
But your body inertia still is going to go forward.
Yeah,
I
you would
don't
think,
think
yeah.
you're going to slam into the
Well,
windshield or anything.
yeah, but they got big radars on those ships too. They can see the other ship coming. You'd think some warning would go off that,
Oh, you could on that video you couldn't hear because the wasn't on, but you could hear the sirens going off
Yeah.
before they hit. They whoop, whoop, whoop. I seen like 3 different versions of that video, and the sirens were going off.
that's
Oh.
probably for everybody to go brace yourself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Grab onto something iron.
Well, and that's probably why everybody turned the camera on and turned it on.
Yeah, likely, yeah, because they could hear it coming, right?
Yeah.
It's quite the ordeal. I never see much like that happen. Not in a in a third world country where there is no radars or precautions, you could see something like that happen. But geez, we're at an economic
You
power.
would think this day and age that would never happen. Yeah, obviously if there's a mechanical failure and you can't stop and
Right.
that canal ain't like you're going to be able to go around. So if you got to hope that's what it was, is a mechanical failure, not just human error, because that would be
Well,
bad.
That's what the people on each one of the ships are hoping, that when the NTSB and all those people get done looking at
Oh, there's going to be an investigation, no
Oh,
doubt.
it. Oh, yeah.
Well, we all know how
Somebody's
Mark
gonna
Carnot
be held
Canada is,
accountable.
right? Like Mark Carnot is pretty solid on his shit. So he's the head of Transport Canada. Somebody's getting spanked over this.
Oh yeah, somebody's going to take the fall.
which might be good. He might leave us drone guys alone for a little while and concentrate on that stuff.
We're worrying about drones when this is happening. Come on.
Right. Let's leave the guys playing their toys alone and worry about million ton ships hitting each other.
Morning, Furball. He's in the chat.
Furball's in the house. John Spizo, Lynn.
Morning, everybody.
Mr. Crawley. Mr. Crawley, 2 ships collided here in Canada. When was it? Saturday? Was it Saturday that happened?
Saturday or Sunday?
Pretty sure it was early
Saturday,
Sunday
I think. Wasn't it Saturday?
Was it? I seen the video at noon yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I seen it first thing in the morning. So
Rick, Furball Kim's asking, are you gonna make it down this weekend or what?
He's watching the weather.
It's all up to that, I guess, or
Yeah.
maybe I'll come anyway if it's raining. I don't know.
And Roger hasn't called it yet. He's going to wait till Wednesday, Roger.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Wednesday to see exactly what the weather's gonna be. I don't want people coming down here. It's gonna be piss pouring rain.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll show you what the temperature they're saying for the temperature.
Here comes a ship I could go fly.
As much as I do want to come, but
I just got a text message from a real estate agent, one of mine, but he has a agent in London. She wants a drone shot of her house in Wallacestown. He said, please take care of her. Okay. I got to call lady. She wants pictures of her house, I guess. So
Wallacestown, is that close to Wallaceburg?
no. Wallacestown is about 30 minutes, maybe 25, 30 minutes.
Okay,
If I
'cause
go to
my
West Lauren, I have to go through Wallacestown. So,
My brother used to live in Wallaceburg.
oh yeah. I got a friend who lives in Wallaceburg. But no, it's just south of Dutton. So I'll be right back, guys. I just got to make a quick phone call. So
Okay, so you see the weather for Saturday and Sunday.
oh shit.
This is 82. It's gonna feel like 97, but possibility of thunderstorms.
Well, Friday
Sunday,
too.
Yeah, Friday too is that thunderstorms too. So, like I said, we'll wait till Wednesday, see if it changes.
Yeah.
Anytime it's going to be that hot, there's always a chance for pop-up storms, no doubt.
Well,
I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather wait till we can actually do some flying to come because that's,
Yeah.
I like to visit. It's awesome. Of course I want to come visit too, but I still want to do some flying, right?
Yeah.
hi, Rojo. They've just announced, or it's just been published in the UK, that the Washington Redskins will change their name before the start of the next season.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Keeping
know
up my
them.
lip. Zip, 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 zip.
John Spizo, no, the border's not back to normal yet. All the guys that are coming down here are from Canada.
You're going to have to start digging a tunnel, Robert.
Morning, Ron. What's up, bud?
Hey,
Oh, we
See
can
you
have
again.
we can have people from Europe come to Canada. We just can't have people from the States. You can fly. You can fly from Europe to here now.
Yeah, I know.
It's a hell of a way to get to Canada, though, isn't it? Fly to Europe and then fly.
You know. Well, don't all these Mexican cartels dig tunnels from Mexico to the States? Like, surely there's one from Canada to the States, no?
Well, Michael's swimming.
I'll go fly that ship.
I-
I think he said he was off to fly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
there
going
he
to
is.
fly. Put the shoes on. Yeah, he's going.
of course I call back and that person's not available. They're
Okay.
going to call me. So
I look funny if I go down by the river and fly in my bedroom slippers.
Well, we'd all get a good laugh out of it.
I know.
Dog, come on, dog. What are you
You
doing?
guys are
Get
supposed to be my
down. What are you doing? Get off me.
yeah,
Copycat.
I just pulled up UAV forecast. Tomorrow's a better day for tomorrow. The winds are only going to be about 8 mile an hour all day.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Lynn. Yeah, my friend's granddaughter is stuck in Canada. Well,
Oh no.
the father's American and the mother's Canadian. But I thought they were leaving families.
She can cross.
by.
Yeah, she can cross. She just has to go through the right procedures, but she can
Yeah.
cross. She has to do 14 days here, and then she can go to the border, and then she got to do another 14 days. And so it's like basically 30 days before she can get home.
Ah, she's a baby.
Okay.
No wonder the skunks aren't going out anywhere near the traps, Lynn. If Paul's going out like that at night.
Here's a mop.
Well, he's got a herd underneath it. Oh man, that was what he said. 5 of them things roaming around underneath there.
6 now.
What was it?
6.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Growing by the day. I gotta do it. I gotta check something out here.
I just got my offers from Tim Hortons here. Just coming up now. See what they're going to offer me this week. Plus 10 bonus points all week on mobile orders. Ice caps, 2 for $4. 10-pack. Timbits for $1.49. Bagels, 99 cents. And breakfast wraps for 2 for $5. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah.
I don't use the app for that. I should.
Yeah,
Well,
they give some good deals on here. So
I did, but then I ordered a couple times, and they sent it to the wrong Tim Hortons.
Oh,
I was in Stratford working at that festival theater there 6 months ago, and I ordered coffee to the one Tim Hortons, and I ended up having to drive all the way across the town to the other one.
well, no, this just goes on my app on my phone. Goes directly to it. Any Tim Hortons I go to.
Yeah, that's what it's the same app, but you can pre-order your coffee through that app, right?
Oh,
So that's what
you can pre-order. Yeah.
That's what I was doing, and then I'd show up and it wasn't there.
Guys, this is my high speed this morning. Now remember, guys, I got the fastest internet here in Canada. So,
That makes me angry to look at. That's unacceptable.
I know.
They should be paying you to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But at least giving it to you for free.
But yeah, something like I don't even how. It's just that should be embarrassing to their company. It should be.
They don't give.
It should
They
be.
really
As
don't.
long as
They
they get
really-
the money, they don't care.
Yeah, I know.
when you work for the telecommunications industry, Ron, you have to hand in your moral compass. They take it from you and keep it. You don't get it back.
Seems that way.
I worked there for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
It's a shark tank. It's just full of sharks.
The way anything is.
What's full of
Right.
sharks?
The telecommunications industry.
Oh,
Yeah, Jack Sparky, it is. Yeah.
Oh, I think
Everybody's-
the window industry that I'm in, the glass industry, is
You're
it's
probably right.
cutthroat. It's the competition is
Yeah.
unfathomable. Like I was in automotive for 13 years and it wasn't that bad. Oh, I gotta take a phone call. I'll be right back.
What's over there?
That's the boss found out he's on YouTube.
that's right. Eh? That's right.
Well, capitalism's like it's like a boxing match where they throw the prize in the middle of the ring and you have to fight over it, and whoever wins gets it. Whoever doesn't, tough
Yeah.
shit. You leave with a bloody nose. I'm not saying it's bad. It's what we got, but it's definitely interesting.
Oh, believe me, guys, once I get that freaking new internet in here, I will have the pleasure of phoning up Bell and telling him,
Oh, you've got to do that live online.
Up the wazoo.
That
Oh,
morning
yeah.
you'll have to put 18 plus on the
Uh-huh.
on the description there.
No, but once they see that the cable companies here in town, they're gonna probably wisen up and start doing their own wiring.
And they'll probably try and be competitive. Right now they don't have to be competitive because they have a monopoly on the market, right?
That's it.
It's the same thing at my place. Like I could get internet, but I'm not paying $200 a month for internet. It's just not ever going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's through Eastlink or Cogeco or something.
Hmm.
Some nonsense.
It's Cogeco. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister's got Eastlink.
Well, they won't bundle anything together on the island either. They won't give you no deals. So if you want internet and phone, you got to pay separate, whatever they are worth. So $79 each.
Oh
Plus
no,
the
she
tax.
gets internet, TV,
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of stuff. She got 3 boxes. Part of the deal.
Yep. As long as you're not on Manitoulin Island, you get that deal.
You've got lots of options, lots of choice, which is what makes it so cheap. Especially compared to Canada. It's and I pay about £25 for my phone and unlimited high-speed internet.
Holy crap.
With 25 pounds, about what, $60 Canadian?
Probably about what 45, Roger? Maybe it's
Oh,
45, 50.
It sounded better
no.
at 65.
I'm paying $200 a month for the internet, telephone, TV.
Right? That's a scam. Oh my God.
That's,
$85 just for the internet, $60 for the TV, $60 for the phone.
Wow.
I think I pay around $60 a month for unlimited internet, but then see, I pay $20 for my TV, so, and I don't have a home phone, so.
Yeah. That's one thing I want to do is get the home phone taken out. And get Kim a cell phone.
Actually, I'm running on an old contract on my phone because my phone's, the 2-year contract's long gone, right? So
Yeah.
they
On my
wanted,
cell phone, I pay $50 a month, and it's long distance in the States and Canada free. So
yeah.
$50 a month.
Well, they're trying to sell me new phones, but then they want to up your rates and everything too to go with it. So my phone is fine right now. I don't need to.
I got to give my mom a call, guys. I will be right back here.
Okay. Yeah, easy, John, dude. I know with that cable company, my son's got it, and he's only paying $120 for all 3 services. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Chaos FPV, how you doing?
Holy mackerel. Oh,
Yeah,
Paul there.
120 sounds reasonable.
What? Been over an hour and a half. Paul's been on. I think I've seen about the 4th or 5th ship now.
Yeah, he's gone flying now.
Oh, he's flying now?
Yeah, he's gone flying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll have to put my thing up here, see if I can go find him. Must be getting this one upbound.
Yeah. So that uTorrent and everything's working okay there. You
Oh, good. Did it work for you?
Yep.
Oh, excellent.
I used to have uTorrent a long time ago. I used to do lots of things with uTorrent, lots of movie uploads, everything.
Now to play it, you're probably going to want to download VLC. If you
yeah,
don't already have
VLC is
it.
the best. Yeah.
I'll give you a link for that too. It's free. It's just an app and it plays everything.
What's it called? GLC?
VLC, Video
Oh.
LAN Converter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, VLC. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There can't be many people not running VLC these days.
Well, I've been running that a long time.
Oh, you
I
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Perfect.
I always had that.
Oh, good.
The what do you call it? The desktop version is great. The tablet version's got a little quirks in it that I don't like.
Yeah.
But that's because it's on a tablet. And it's to be expected. You don't have the same resources.
Hmm.
Like it won't play if I do a flight with the Spark and switch on the camera and then switch it off before I land, and I've recorded the whole thing. VLC on the tablet, you've got to go into VLC and then access the video that way. Whereas if you do it, say I just did it for 5 minutes and then stopped it and then started it again and played it and did another 5 minutes, I could tap on the video straight away and it would open VLC.
Yeah.
Just a little quirk on the tablet that I would like them to sort. And there's a few other things that the desktop version does with ABIs that I'd like to have on the tablet, but you can't have everything,
No.
especially in a free app.
No, that's not bad, Chaos. I'm talking about your cable ups, internet only with streaming cable channels with Netflix, Hulu, Disney for $100 a month. No, that's not bad.
Yeah. He's in the States, not Canada. That's the.
It's cell phones, $150 a month.
Why don't they want you to talk to each other on cell phones and use data on cell phones in Canada? That's got to be the question.
Well,
Yeah, you
they
make
have
an assumption.
new laws out here in Canada for putting down the cell phones. I don't know.
Why would you make that assertion, David?
Because it's so bloody expensive for a cell phone and
Oh,
data
they're
on a cell
just
phone.
Oh, in
trying to get as
Canada?
much profit as possible.
Oh, yeah.
That's the profit.
Yeah, for the data, just for being on the internet with your cell phone, it's expensive.
I'm around $200 a month for 2 phones for cell.
Oh,
And yet, in Lindsay's not got a phone on her plan. She has to provide her own phone. But we don't buy the latest or singing or dancing phones. Our phones, we have them till they break or they can't be repaired. And it costs her the princely sum of £9 a month.
Yeah, Canada is one of the worst in the entire world. It's one of
Yeah.
the highest telecom rates there is.
That's
period.
unlimited everything.
we have Chaos. We have my son, my daughter-in-law, and I. We got the 3 phones from the same company. It's like a bundle package we got, and we each pay $50 a month, and we got 15 gigs of internet on it.
Yeah.
For 3 of us.
Wow.
I never used the internet on my phone, so
It's funny. I heard this is back maybe a year ago, but they say if you sign on with a cell phone company out of Saskatchewan, that the rates were a lot cheaper.
yeah.
Hang on, I got a phone call, guys.
Okay.
For that kind of price, Hugh, that you've put up there, no, it would be about half that for the latest iPhone and 10 gig of data, because I remember looking at it.
That's Bell Canada's lowest. Basically, their lowest plan is 10 gigs of data, and that builds in the cost of buying your iPhone. It's about $100 a month.
I pay $75 a month for
Yeah.
15 gigs.
Yeah.
That's a better plan. Yeah, that's.
But
good.
no, that's no. I brought my own phone, so there's no.
Okay.
That's no phone, yeah.
Yeah, the phone goes for about $25 a month, something like that, because you're financing a $500 or $600 item, right?
Yeah.
Over 2 years. So
Yeah, but me's not an iPhone though. We aren't iPhones. It's just a Howie. How's how you say it?
Huawei.
Huawei,
Huawei, yeah.
Yeah,
they're evil.
That phone won't work here long, Roger.
I know.
Oh, the phone will
why
still
I'm-
continue to work even if Huawei equipment's gone.
No, I was making a joke that China will shut off his phone because we're not letting Meng go.
Well, no, they'll want to keep it working, Rick. They'll need it for all the spying they're doing with that.
Well, yeah, I know. Roger's still hooked in with the government. They're gonna need to go get on his, right? None of the G's.
That's a better plan, Chaos. 80 a month, unlimited everything. Nice.
That's
That's better.
Yeah, but that's each one of them. That's 4 people. That's $320 a month.
Ooh,
Well, for 4 people, that's not bad.
yeah.
Compared with what you're paying.
Well, I see Paul's vehicle. He should be coming into land shortly.
So you know what I pay for my cell phone?
Huh?
$15 a month. How, you ask? Well, my wife has a plan that's about $100 a month. You can add on other data devices. So what I've done is I've added on my phone as a data-only device for $15 a month, and I use a voice over IP app for the phone Go. So basically, I've got a free phone, $15.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah, Chaos. That's how we work it out with my son and my daughter-in-law. We each got a phone, so it's 3 phones. That's how we do it. Pay $50 a month each. So
that's a good deal,
my
though.
son's taking
Yeah.
care of my bill. So
Well, there's Paul's drone. Come right around the back of the ship.
Wish I could see it, but I could probably if I put.
Okay, now it's dropping down and it's coming in for a landing
Ellie Preston is dead.
right
John
by the
Travolta's wife.
flagpoles. Yep, there he goes.
he forgot to push his SD card in all the way yesterday. He had problems.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but it was on its hard drive.
with the Mavic, or the Air, or whichever one he uses for that. What does it record it on the
An
phone?
internal
has?
hard drive. It
Oh, it's got an
recorded on
internal-
internal hard drive.
Right. Okay. Got it.
It's an 8 gig internal hard drive on the Mavic Zoom.
All right. Right. Because I know if there's a problem with the SD card, at least I've got a 720p copy on the phone from the link with the drone.
Oh, he's just landing it right behind his vehicle right now. Yep, just seen it go down. He's standing at the back of his vehicle.
It's like the Bebop 2 storage. Yeah.
I got my package is I put money on it. It's a pay-as-you-go scheme, and I don't need. It's not like it's like phones used to be. And it's a company called giffgaff, and I put on £10 about 2 years ago. This is how often I use the cell data, and I've still got £4.50 of that on. Because I never make outgoing calls. I hardly make outgoing calls. But when I'm going away somewhere, I can buy a package. So for 30 days, and the big one is £20, but that gives me unlimited calls, unlimited data, and unlimited
Okay.
text.
That's awesome.
And that lasts for 30 days, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've used one, maybe 2 of those in the 5 years I've been with them, when I've not been able to get data on my, on my Wi-Fi box when we're away. And that's done for me. Because I don't need to make lots of calls, but I like to be able to get the calls that are coming into me from,
Yeah.
Lindsay, the doctors, whatever.
Yeah.
Craig sometimes even. But I've yet to try this VoIP thing. That might be my next voiceover with a phone app.
It's I'd say it's about 80% reliable. So don't use it, don't make it your primary line,
Yeah.
but it's as a backup line, it's fine. I don't use the phone very much at all, so that's why I use it.
I
But I
wouldn't-
occasionally have problems.
I wouldn't use it with the phone as such.
Yeah.
It'd be on the phone, obviously, but I'd be
Right,
using
right.
it through my Wi-Fi box.
Like, I'll give you an example. Sometimes calls don't go through to me. They'll go directly to voicemail. and I don't even get an indication that there's a voicemail for a day or something.
Well, I get
You
that
get
with
little
the cell
glitches
phone.
like that, and so-
Yeah, I get that with cell phones sometimes. So it's be it on Lindsay's phone or my phone. So it's two different providers.
if I was paying $100 a month, I would expect better. You know what I mean? But since
If
I'm
I was
paying
paying-
$15, I don't care. So,
If I was paying $100 a month,
yeah,
if there was any dropouts, missed
Yeah.
calls, anything,
Right.
I'd be on to them because that's
Exactly.
ridiculous price.
exactly. Does anyone have a 3D printer Chaos FPV's asking?
No, I don't have a 3D printer. Oh,
No, I
we
got
got
rid- I got rid of mine.
I have one, but it's broken, and I haven't got round to fixing it.
Okay.
And I don't
I
know if
found
I'm going to
it in-
bother.
I made a bunch of coasters and stupid things with mine when I first got it, and then never made anything practical, so I just sold it. There's no point.
Yeah.
I was using. I was making all sorts for radio amateur gear, insulators and antenna supports and all sorts, and it broke one day. I know exactly what's wrong with it, and I could order the part. It's just well, is it really worth it for the It's the
I used to have the Bebop Chaos FPV. I sold it to Heath up in UK. They shipped it out. Took 6 months for him to get it, but he's still flying it today.
Took 6 months?
Oh yeah, 6 months to get it.
Holy catfish.
what did they do? Fly it across one battery at a time.
Canada Post.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They were always saying, "Oh, we gotta wait till the container's full before we ship it out." Took 6 months to fill a freaking container.
One envelope at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have sent it out by UPS or whatever, but it would have cost $400 just for shipping it out in 3 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's up, Bill?
Hey, Bill. Yes, it is a joke, Bill. Yeah.
Yep. Good morning,
Second
Newfound.
one.
Now they want
It's
to put
a
in
joke.
private
It's a joke.
hands. So
I tell you, anyone else think the people that run the company you work for don't know what they're doing? Everybody else, anybody else have that problem when they were working for someone?
I was going to say, does anybody not have that problem?
The worst part is I have that problem, but I work for myself.
You work for yourself and you still think you don't know what you're doing, right? Okay, so it's a natural feeling. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I
could
love
be-
my job, but I hate the people in charge. Yeah.
That's often the case, Ron.
hmm
I used to love the place I worked, but yeah, ding dongs in
Oh,
charge were
That's what they say, man. You know, people don't quit their job; they quit their boss. You know.
exactly.
Rojo says yes and work for the military.
I had 8 years where I worked for the best bosses, the CEO, the vice presidents, my direct director. They were amazing. And then they sold the company. It all went to shit after that.
Generally the way it works, isn't it?
Yep. I would have retired at that company because I loved it so much. It was the best job ever.
Okay, chaos, yeah. Everybody check out everybody's channels, guys.
All right, Roger. I'm gonna jump off here. I better do some work. And then,
Okay.
what have you been on? You been up to about noon?
Yeah, about that.
All right. Maybe I'll hop back in
There's
later.
more people around here.
Take
Oh,
care,
Susan.
everybody. We'll see you.
Hey,
Okay.
Ron.
Paul should getting back, or he's not, unless it's flying a second ship. I don't know.
Hi, Newfound Drone. Yeah, sorry, I had to answer an email quickly there.
Okay, chaos. I understand what you mean.
I think that was only that one ship. That was it. I just looking at the marine radar.
I probably stopped at Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Still be lurking in the chat. Okay, there are 3X drones. No problem, Ron. Yeah, the sun is out today. That's gonna be really nice. That's good. It's good. Hardly, barely any wind. Hopes like that when you guys come down.
Yeah, if we come down, I'm bringing my DJI goggles with me too. So
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Well, I think for me, it's not going to be if I come down. It's more likely when.
yeah,
I don't plan on coming down. I was hoping my health would be better, but it isn't. So
Yeah.
take lots of video so I can watch afterwards.
Well, I'm sure the Saturday morning live stream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would probably be done in the kitchen. Everybody around the table or whatever.
So if you do cancel, Roger, you're gonna do it like in a couple of weeks, you think, or?
Oh yeah. Whenever people we're gonna check out the weather for the next couple of weeks after, see what goes on.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be this weekend, right? This Saturday.
Yeah.
I figure I'm gonna leave here about Friday night, 5 or 6 o'clock, and I'll start driving. I'll get most of the way there. Probably pull over, truck stop or something, have a couple hours nap.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a big truck stop. It's called the one I recorded there. Got
Yeah.
that one there, and then you got 2 rest areas
Yeah.
where all the trucks park also on the way down. So it's but you know what, you want to do the breakfast in the morning and probably have the camera in the kitchen. I got an extension for the camera, so I'm pretty sure I can get it to the kitchen. Do it like last time.
Yeah, they said risk of a thunderstorm Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is a mix of sun and clouds.
Yeah.
They're 40, and 30%, but the winds are only 10, 9, and on Sunday it was only 6 mile an hour. Yeah.
Well, it would just be a shame to be stuck in the kitchen the whole day and a
Yeah.
half or 2 days, right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
it'd be fun to chat. Of course the chat will be fun, but still get a bit of flying and it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, again, like I said, it might just rain at nighttime too, so you never know.
Oh, you break it down to hour or not? Not in here, no.
It says Saturday's supposed to be sunny in Lavenier,
Yeah.
partly cloudy on Sunday.
What are you looking at? The Weather Network?
Yeah, the Weather Channel.
Yeah, then check the Weather Network. One says
Yeah.
it's good and one says it's not.
Yeah.
It's like it's the weather, right? It's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I choose that one. It says good weather.
Well, Friday evening, they're showing here 10% chance. Friday evening, Saturday morning, only 30%. Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, 40%. Yeah. And Sunday, let me see, Saturday overnight, mainly clear. Sunday morning, mainly sunny. Sunday afternoon, 30% chance, 40% later on. So Sunday's looking good anyways, that's for sure.
I'll show you what it shows on my weather network.
Yeah.
I'll show you what it says. Friday,
Well, hasn't come up yet, Roger. Oh, there we go.
Friday. Strong thunderstorms, risk of strong thunderstorm Saturday.
Mix of sun cloud.
And 97 Fahrenheit. That's the, and 100 on Monday. Prop 40%, 30%, 60%.
Monday 60. Yeah.
And 40% on Friday, 30% on Sunday.
Do you get better weather if you turn the ad blocker off, Roger?
I don't like. I do, yeah, but the ads are then they'll slow down my computer more, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be right back, guys.
Just imagine, turn off the ad blocker and suddenly your weather forecast says it's not going to rain all weekend.
Well, sometimes they base it on, it's going to be humid or something, might get a thunderstorm, right?
Yeah.
That's when they come up with the risk and all that stuff.
I don't know, like I said, we'll wait till Wednesday, that's what it says.
Yeah. We've got a guy who does local weather forecasts just for Scotland, nowhere else. And he's an amateur. But if you 3 days out, he'll do his forecast. That's all he does. He doesn't do it any further, apart from in most general terms. But he is right more often than the professionals.
Yeah.
And
up there by Gary in Brantford, there's a guy there that he got his own weather station, and I used to go to it all the time. He's a lot more accurate than
Yeah. Well, you got some people that really know what they're doing and or what they're saying and talking about.
Yeah, he's got a web page. Yeah, you go up, you can look at everything. Like barometrics to the wind, and he's got everything there. Just how much rain they got.
Yeah. Hey, Paul. Welcome back.
Having a bad day.
Uh-oh.
Not again.
What happened?
I forgot to switch over what it's recording on, so it recorded on the drone and not on the SD card.
But it's still recorded?
I would imagine.
Okay. Well,
But here
Because
we
what
go
it is-
again.
It switches and you have to manually switch it back,
Yeah.
And so the reason I say I'm having a bad day is that leads me to getting cables out and everything else in order to hook this drone up to get the video.
Yeah.
minor details. You got this.
Yeah.
Now you
you
had
got
practice
this.
yesterday.
Road bumps, my friend. Just speed bumps. That's all they are.
meow, meow, meow. She doesn't like being picked up.
Oh, hello.
Holy shit.
She's not speaking to me. No, she doesn't want to be famous. Bye.
That's the sound of I'm going to tear your face off any moment.
Yeah, that's why she was let go. That'll keep
I
her
could only
off.
see 4 people at a time, and I couldn't see David. And I was like, "What is that?" Oh my gosh!
Well, she keeps coming in trying to get out of my window, which she can't. And so I've grabbed her this time to try and show you her, and that means she'll stay away.
Now, is your wife able to pick her up? And stuff?
She would let me pick her up sometimes, just she's in a bad mood at the moment. She's
Hey, David, you ever watch that show, My Cat from Hell?
Yeah.
I've got my own, thank you.
Well, David, I think I know what's wrong with the cat today.
Go on.
It's PMS Monday.
White Paul will be on tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, she's been caught in it more than once. She's normally, she doesn't like being picked up. She's normally not as bad as that, but she's in such a foul mood because we just won't let her out to catch birds.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was just because she was female.
Well, that doesn't help. She'll be back later when she wants fed.
I've had a tomcat there and walk over and he'll want to be petted. And you pet him, gives you a big swat and goes, "Okay, I had enough," and walk off.
Wow. So we have a tomcat at the cottage, and he's to eat the mice, and he's so friendly. He'd lay over, let you rub his belly. He's unfixed. Really well
And you
behaved.
rub a belly, you rip the arm off.
Yeah, no, he's well behaved. He loves it, but he's only young. He's like 2 years old, so maybe that's why he's still kind of kidding. And then I bring the dog around, and he hides for a week.
Well, if she'd catch something a decent size, Blind Neil, I would believe that. But it's sparrows she keeps bringing back.
Oh,
And of course, my cat will always lay right in the middle where you want to walk.
Yep,
You
that's a cat
Or the
thing.
dog's
Yep.
got to go there or something. Always lay right in the middle of it.
Yep.
Well, I think Roxy's got the same complex as a cat. She does the same bloody thing. She finds a passage for everybody. Well, if you want to pass, got to rub my belly. Oh, you'll see when you get here. You'll always ask you to rub her belly.
She's got it
Hey,
figured out.
Hey?
She's got it figured out. What she wants, she gets.
Oh, yeah.
That's it exactly. Don't tell me what I want, I'll tell you what I want.
Yep.
see, David, Blind Neil reckons your cat's just trying to provide you with fresh meat, right?
Yeah.
You should be
So
eating
it's a-
these lovely
it?
sparrows.
Dogs have owners, cat have slaves or something. And that
That's
goes-
the one. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
Make
not
sure
so
everybody in the
bad.
chat hits that thumbs up button for Roger there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember to do it on the way in this time. Otherwise, I'd have been off to do it.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make myself another coffee.
Oh, so we got nobody in there saying can't breathe this morning?
Hey, Roger, get yourself an ice cream sandwich.
No coffee right for now. I gotta stay off of those balls. I gotta lose weight. I gotta stay off of
Hey,
those.
Roger, you're not in any problem gonna not do that. We can see the chair, either that or that is the most swelling chair in the world.
We're not going to start on the swelling
Yeah.
chairs again, are we?
I found where Roger's putting it. It's on me.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
That'd be different. The guy in there is building an FPV out of an old DJI Phantom. Huh.
I've seen a few guys do that stuff with the old Vision 2s and stuff.
Yeah.
Problem with me is ever since I got my disease, I put on goggles and it makes me sick. I can't fly anything that's FPV except for maybe once in a blue moon.
Got one flyer on here, drive me nuts. If I find him, we're gonna whack him.
I just got one with my hat about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, the killer hat. That's usually what I usually use.
Yeah.
But I don't want to slam my computer with my hat. It comes in, does a dive bomb, and then takes off again.
Okay, Paul, you talked me into it, but it's not a sandwich. It's a
Fudge bar.
Fudge
Yeah.
bar.
ice cream one.
Because that has so much less sugar in it.
Less sugar, more satisfying.
Oh, those things where you get a box of 12 and they're gone in a day or two. Pretty addicted to anything sweet.
Well, it's not bad if you only eat one, right?
How can you do that, Roger?
Only eat one?
I keep telling myself
Aha!
that, and I'm never able to do it.
Got him. Little sucker.
Is Gary been in the chat this morning or no?
I haven't seen him.
Just curious if he's going to drive his bike down or if
Oh,
he's thinking of
Gary?
doing
Yeah,
the
he
car.
was in the chat. Yeah.
Was
He was
Is he
in
still
earlier.
Is he still thinking about driving the bike down, or did he say?
I
or-
don't think he's coming because he needs 3 good days with no chance of rain on his bike, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think he's like everybody else, waiting to see what the weather's going to do.
Yeah.
Well, is this the one you just did, Paul?
Yep, just did that one.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yep. Well, what's interesting is that deck is big enough between the hatches. They drive golf carts up and down there to haul equipment around.
Yeah, that's a big ship. Now that's an ore carrier, Paul, looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they call them bulk carriers because they can haul.
Yeah, they
lot.
carry anything. Yeah. But generally, they're used for the talconite pellets, right?
Either talconite or coal.
Or coal. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot. I'm on the other side of the border. We don't have much coal on our side, but yeah, they do use them for that. That's a good looking ship.
Oh yeah, that's. I can't imagine that. I couldn't afford to even maintain the light bulbs on that ship.
Hey, Rick, is there ship still going into Meldrum Bay there, for loading stone?
Yeah, we just actually had one. The bridge was swung the other day. We had a big one almost about that size. It was huge. Yeah. Oh no! Okay, rain.
Raining?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, give me a sec, guys.
Okay, so now here's my question. Save that any place? No.
Okay, that's interesting. We're running water now.
Well, that was an abruptly quick storm coming in. Jeepers. I didn't even notice all of a sudden I started getting wet.
Yikes.
You need a little WD-40 on that hinge on the door, eh?
You know how a mechanic always drives a junky car and a carpenter lives in a shitty house? I pretty much don't even have time to sleep. Forget about oil and hinges. I'm getting in shit already for being on here this morning, but you know what? It's too bad.
I thought your wife was sleeping.
She's up now.
Oh,
She's not my wife anymore.
well, you know what I mean, your ex-wife, sorry. Ex-wife.
Hey, Rick, that's okay. She's your partner.
Yeah, that's right. We're in a partnership to raise these children, and that's all good.
Yeah, but you also, deep down inside, my perspective is you really do like and love each other.
Of course. For sure.
just-
Otherwise,
It's the social thing.
Friends with benefits?
only on my birthday.
It's nice.
I'm old. I'm old. I'm like 42 and she's 35. I'm a hillbilly and she's not. Is what it is.
42's not old. I thought I'd get that one in before anybody else.
This gray stuff. See all this gray stuff? Gray.
Yes, I do, Rick. Yes, I do. I feel you, brother.
And let's have a look up here. Oh, where did the hair go?
Right? Like a big holes.
Oh, I know. It's on my belly. I know where it went.
Well, I got much more hair on my chest than I do on my head.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure I
Like a
did.
gorilla, man. Like Gorilla Groove.
Wow, is it ever raining? Holy shit.
Oh,
When I was flying, I could look up north out in the lake, and it was really dark out that way.
Oh yeah, it's totally on the Manitoulin right now. The island is totally bad. All rain. I didn't expect it here though.
Where you at, Kitchener?
I'm right on the 401 in Homer Watson, like literally 3 blocks off the 401.
Oh, around the corner from Princess Auto.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Blind
you-
Bill's got it right.
It usually swoops right down and across the lake and towards you there in Kitchener, I think.
It's funny. I look at the radar and they're not showing anything on radar.
Oh yeah. Well, it's definitely rated. Or maybe I've just had too many wacky tobacco cigarettes.
Hey, there you go.
Or perhaps there's
Oh,
somebody
that's
up on the
fact.
roof with a hose pipe.
They're like, I'm gonna watch this guy take off his drone and hose it. Actually, the neighbors down here are pretty good. They don't know how to screw with me. They don't even look at us. But I've had like 20 Harleys parked out here before, so they get to play. My
Oh,
father showed up.
While I'm thinking about it, I should probably
transfer it right away.
to the SD card.
Oh, I thought he was getting the Mavic Mini out there so we could start a little bidding war on who's gonna buy it.
Nobody wants that many.
David Man
You know-
Cave Hobbies wants to know what it's like in Scotland, weather-wise.
I'll have a look. It's raining.
And just wait 5 more minutes, it'll change.
Yep, it will. It's we had a good weekend, good weather weekend, so I don't mind it raining on a Monday. But,
You know what? It's so dry out. It's good to have rain too, right?
yeah, it's what makes Scotland so green. It wouldn't be green if it didn't rain.
Well, you look over Paul's shoulder there. A lot of that grass is pretty brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, down at the trailer there, we had that stormed over the weekend. They said we had 3 inches, and the farmers loved it. But the grass is still brown and crispy.
Well, Friday I drove by where CDP, Canadian Drone Pilot, has his trailer, and it was a torrential downpour. I could only drive about 30 kilometers an hour on the highway.
Hey, Geek Savannah, how you doing? Hello, everyone from sunny London.
Guess London's got the sun then.
Well, that's that double standard yet again, hey?
Yeah, they do that. They keep it all for themselves, and us up north never see it.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, Sean.
Now, as I said earlier, we had heavy rain Friday night, but we had a great weekend weather-wise, so can't complain. It's usually the other way about. But the weather's bad up here at the moment because it's the time that the kids are normally off school. I mean, I know they've been off school for months, but this is the time they're normally off school. So yeah, it rains at this time of year, and it'll be wet until August the 12th when they go back to school. That's just the way it is in Scotland.
We're actually contemplating not sending our kids back to school and homeschooling them.
I would think if I had kids who were school age, I'd be seriously thinking about that.
That'll
We
give
are
you
good.
another job.
Not me.
I wouldn't do it, and the main reason is because they lose that social aspect, which is so important.
But they're losing it now anyway, Hugh. It's gone. It's completely gone.
And if they
Like-
go back, what are they going to learn? You've got to stay 2 meters away from people. We can't go out to play. We can't do this. We're separated. You know, it's not going to
Yeah,
be
but
the
this
same.
isn't gonna be forever. We're gonna have a vaccine, sometime in the future.
Yeah.
But I mean, near term, it's weird. But I mean, I don't know, just my opinion.
Well, they're doing trials right now on vaccines, so
Yeah, they need the socialization as children, even as adults. That's why we all come here in the mornings and talk, right?
Yeah.
We're a social animal as a humanoid. So the kids for sure need that. And my boy is still in connect with one of his friends. We allowed him and his one friend to be so they could still have somebody to play with and stuff. But my daughter, she was so young, being 4, hadn't made any. She only was in school like a couple months. So she hadn't made many friends, like close ones. So
But even
she's
even
one
the
that's
little
looking at it.
conflicts you have in the classroom and school and all that, that's crucial for them to develop negotiating skills and just to
Absolutely.
be able to get along in the world. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm not talking about a forever thing. I'm just talking about in the current circumstances.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I get it. We have to make changes temporarily. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I don't advocate it as a long-term solution.
It's going to be interesting, especially for me being a school bus driver there in the fall, right? What's going to happen?
Gosh, that's true.
So Paul, are you still on the payroll? Or did
It
that just
ended
end?
about a week ago.
Yeah, same with my dad. It just ended. But they said that he's going back in September. So
Yeah.
they tell you the same, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going back September.
Okay, yeah.
That'll be interesting if they're, the students do 2 days on, 2 days off, or, they only got so many kids on a bus, or what's going
I
to
seen
happen.
a load of plexiglass getting dropped off at the bus depot here. So I have a funny feeling they're retrofitting the buses so that the drivers basically plexied in.
yeah.
That's what I can't imagine why they'd have a whole transport load of plexiglass going into the bus terminal. It doesn't make sense, right? So
Yeah, but if, I don't know, like,
how could they do that? I don't know either, but it seems
because,
like that.
sometimes, you got to get up out of the seat, problem on the bus or a kid or something. And
Yep.
there's no driver's door on a school bus.
Mm-mm.
There's one place down here that makes school buses. I feel like going down there to see if I can film it. I mean, man, it's almost 2 football fields full of buses. You know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
down here, there's a lot of school buses for sale right now because
Really?
new regulations start as of September the 1st. The buses can't be more than 10 years old, and a spare bus can't be more than 12.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
I've
So
considered
there's a
buying
ton of
one.
school buses for sale.
Yep. I've
Yeah.
considered buying one and turning the first half in behind the driver into the camper and then the back half into like a flatbed for snowmobiles and ATVs.
Yeah.
And using that for going up really far north hunting.
Well,
like you
you
said-
can pick them up for scrap price, eh? Like,
That's what I'm
1,500
hoping.
to $2,000.
But I gotta get one that has hydraulic brakes, right?
Well, all of our buses around here are all hydraulic.
Yeah, anything that's within the last 20 years has been.
Even the new ones.
Like,
All our
automatic
buses
transmission.
are all hydraulic because they don't have to worry about air brake tickets for all the bus drivers.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, I didn't want to have to go write an air brake ticket just to drive it. And I don't even know with having one eye if I'd even be allowed to drive commercially like that. I mean, I drove tow truck, but nobody ever asked about my eye, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, like Bluebird, those buses are a little shorter on the roof, but the Thomas buses are taller, eh?
Yeah.
A lot more room. But then see if you get into instead of diesel, propane, then you got a propane license and certifications and all that crap, right?
Right.
You're better off with just a plain old diesel bus that takes that that
That coolant.
additive for fuel.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you get
Keep
to
up.
take the bus? Do you take the bus home, or do you got to go pick it up every day?
No, I go pick it up, but it's not that far away.
Oh,
But my bus, the problem is it's got what they call a regen on it, and because it was a Mercedes engine, and that thing's been a pain in the butt. After a year or two after that, they went to that DEF fluid.
Yep.
They didn't have that regen, but I was having to regen my bus once a week.
my dad said his would shut down to just go to idle mode and start regenerating itself. Could be anytime.
Yep. If you ignored it, the computer would put it down to an idle.
Well, when he first got hired, Paul, he got hired as a spare. So
Yeah.
he would go do whatever run. If somebody called in sick, that would be his run, right? So he would never know what the bus was all about.
Man Cave says, get a Greyhound, Rick.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. And there's a grease monkey mechanic grease monkey mechanic on YouTube, and I watch his stuff. And I would like to do a Greyhound as well, but the school buses are more adapted to cut the back off with the flat floor
And you can lift them too, the roofs.
Yeah, to make it an ATV ramp. So
But where I work, they got some coach style buses,
Oh, did
There's a couple sitting there. Yep, they're not using. They've been
Back in a
parked
second.
for about a year now. I don't know what's wrong with them, but
Yeah, my wallet's closed for till Christmas.
First of all,
usually-
Kim.
usually what they do is people like down the Caribbean islands and stuff like that. They buy them up, used ones, use them for
Okay.
tourists down in those other countries.
Yeah, hey, it's a good idea. What's
Keep
Kim
playing
saying
with
in the
ball.
chat there? I can't see it.
He says, Roger, can I borrow your drone? I feel like crashing something.
Oh, geez.
Fly it like you borrowed it.
Isn't that what we're gonna do to Kim's drone, FPV, when we get down there?
I was
Yeah,
pretty sure.
fly. Yeah. I'll fly and try and crash it.
You guys see that cloud, Banks? You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
the-
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it just dumped on me there for a minute.
Actually, the school buses out of the states down the lower states would be better to buy. Up here, they use salt and they do rot out of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just bought that 2010 Chevy, and it needs a body job. There's no holes, but there's rust spots, right? Like,
Yep.
That's a 10-year-old truck. Like, you kidding?
I touch wood. The car I bought, there's no freaking rust on it. I don't know how come, but there's no rust. I have a feeling the guy kept it in the garage and washed it all the time and everything before me.
Has it been undercoated, Roger, with that
Yeah.
spray?
Yeah.
Nice.
With, it's not with oil. It's been undercoated with a
Wax. It's a wax base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the expensive one.
Yeah.
I have an uncle that lives in Sudbury, Ontario, and that's his job. That's all he does is spray cars with that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I checked all around for rust on it before buying it. I was checking and checking and checking. There's nothing on it. Rust.
Nothing. That's awesome. It's a Nissan
Sonata.
Sonata, yeah. Hyundai Sonata. Okay.
Hyundai, in it? Yeah.
So yeah, it's a very nice car. I'm very happy about the purchase.
Yeah, I would be over the van. The van's got a little more uses, but I mean, you're saving so much in fuel. That
Oh
it's
hell yeah!
gotta be- Yeah.
All the traveling I've been doing lately, a lot of money saved on fuel.
Well, I drove up that big V8 eight-foot box crew cab Chevy 2010, and it cost me less than for the same van as me and you had, Roger,
Yeah.
to go home. That's crazy. Like a full-size pickup over a minivan, and it's cheaper to drive.
My buddy down here, he's got a full-size pickup with every toy there is on it. He even got an engine brake. And that thing gets better fuel mileage than my little pickup.
Yeah. Well, the Chevy shuts down to 4 cylinders on the highway.
Yeah.
I couldn't
yeah.
believe it.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an 8-cylinder, but it shuts down to 4. I was driving along, and all of a sudden, it had no power, but the gas mileage was 4 liters per 100 kilometers.
How bizarre.
I mean, it didn't hold at 4 liters, but that's what it went down to. I was amazed.
I used to have a Ford Windstar. That thing used to suck the fuel like no tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I had one of those as well. I love that van though.
Oh,
I
it
seen a
was beautiful.
standard one of those
Yeah.
once. I seen a standard Ford Windstar back in the day.
Oh.
Really? So
I didn't have it,
comfortable.
but I've seen it. Yeah, they're nice, man.
I love the vantage point up driving the Windstar. It was great.
Yeah, we had that. I think we bought 2 weeks later. We took a trip to Alberta in it, but it was
Oh,
only
really?
a year and a half old or something when we bought it. Only had 60,000 kilometers on it.
Mine was
Well,
a
that's-
92 or something, I think.
That's the nice thing about a minivan. You can sleep in them, or you can put a bunch of stuff. But
Oh yeah, we took ours camping down east to Nova Scotia. Then I think I also drove it down to Boston. I was doing some work down there.
Well, I told you the cat would be back when she was hungry.
Uh-huh.
I went to make myself a cup of tea and I had a pal. She was round my legs.
Oh yeah,
Apologizing.
you're just about supper time down there, aren't you?
Well, it's 4 o'clock, so she's not been fed since this morning. So
Okay.
she's got biscuits all day, but she hasn't had any of her wet stuff. But,
Yeah, it comes to my animals there. They got dry dog food all day, but I eat supper, and then the dogs get a hat. You know, I had to take half a can of wet food and split it between the two of them.
Yeah.
My kids are right on me to let them have cats. We used to have cats, but somebody poisoned them.
I know.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. We came home and the one walked into the kitchen, looked at us, went meow, and laid on down and died. And 2 days later, the other one was dead. We know for sure somebody poisoned them. But anyway, so the kids are bugging me to get kitties now, and it's been so nice without cats, no litter box.
Yeah.
But I feel guilty not letting them have them, so I don't know what to do.
You got a dog.
Yeah, you've got a dog. I'd rather have a dog than a cat any day, but my wife's not.
Stand your ground, young man. Stand your ground.
Wow, Lynn, that's very big. Yep. Yep.
You know, it's hard when a little girl comes up to you, Daddy, please, can I have a kitty?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Son's out in Yorkshire. He's out to fly.
See you, man cave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. I got a few things I want to get done today, so.
Okay.
I fancy doing one of those double-decker buses and converting it, Kim. I see you mentioning in there.
They should have one out there for Roger Pollution. You have an apartment out there.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna catch you guys later. Where's the
Have
button?
a good one.
Oh, there it is down there. Okay.
Okay. Well, you take care.
I'm still over here struggling with the damn memory full.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't forget, don't put it in the old computer, put it in the other computer.
Well, the new computer is downloading it, but now here's the deal. Damn it. I didn't erase the internal hard drive or format it, so I keep picking the same one over and over again.
Oh, okay.
And it's the one from yesterday, not the one from today.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
You know, Kim, it would be cool to convert any bus into a camper. You see that quite often, eh?
It wouldn't be uploading the both of them like one after another. Like you got to do the first one, then after that the second one to upload. Paul?
I don't know. It's so confusing because now when you're doing this with the drone running and plugged in and going through all the other stuff, I got about 6 different windows up here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh.
So here's a dumb Mavic Mini question. How come it always saves the videos to my phone, but if I want the pictures, I got to go into the app and drag them to my phone?
Well,
Aren't you using an SD card?
Yeah.
Well, they should just be saving it. It's a setting to your SD card is where it saves the pictures.
Yeah.
That's what it is, yeah?
I close off the catch on your phone.
Okay. Because I noticed ever since I started using my phone with the Mavic Mini, my phone battery's just getting sucked right out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. On my Spark, my iPad was always filling up. Like, what the hell? How come it's always filling up? And I had to empty out the catch on my iPad and close it off so it won't go onto my iPad.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have to get you to walk me through that when I come down, Roger. I'm just not good with all the settings and stuff. I just like to fly it. I bet you I've only half the time my phone had hit the record button.
That's okay.
I just keep forgetting. I just having fun flying it because it's been so long, right?
That's all it's for, right?
Yeah.
John Donato.
Back
Oh.
at work.
Hey guys, how
How
are
you
you?
doing, bud?
Hi, John.
Working today. I had a couple of minutes, came out here to balance the checkbook, but I figured I'd sign on to you guys first and see what was going on.
Yeah, how you doing, John?
Good. Busy for the first day back. But how's everybody out there?
Pretty good. Finally got nice today.
Everybody in California, and David is out in Europe, is it?
Scotland, yeah.
Yep. United States checking in. So what's going on? How's everybody? Did you get your Chevy back?
What a nice driving truck. What a nice driving truck.
Good, good.
I should have gave Mom the Dodge instead, but she really wanted the full size, so it's okay.
Also,
it's
you
worth-
gave your mom the truck.
The big ones? Well, it's mine, but yeah, she's gonna drive it. So the DOD system, John, it cost me $44 for the new lifter.
$44.
Yeah, and then I got to obviously change the head gasket because I got to pull the head off it, but still, that's not bad.
No,
Past the safety, it didn't need anything.
even better.
Can't even imagine pulling off a gasket on a truck. I'm not,
Well, I gotta
I'm
pull the
not
whole-
technical with automotive.
I'm gonna pull the intake off, Hugh, and then I'm gonna pull the head off, and then I'm gonna pull the lifter out, and then I'm gonna put a new one in it, and I'm gonna actually probably pull them all out, and then check the cam, make sure it's not wore on the lobe, and yada yada yada.
I envy your skill level. That's
Yeah,
definitely
but
not in my wheelhouse.
it's not that I have the skill level; it's that I can watch a video or read a book
Right.
and follow
Yeah.
what they do.
Okay,
Right.
fair enough.
We do that a lot now. It's just you have to.
If I was with working with you guys all the time, John, I'd probably be pretty efficient at it. But because I don't do it very often, I have to, really buckle down and pay attention and watch the video.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been watching videos of guys restoring old watches. What a process that is.
Yes, that is.
I've seen a few of those. Yes.
That blows my mind. All those parts, and they can
And they
put them
make-
back together.
And they make the little. Some of them they can make the gears. Did you ever see?
Crazy,
I can't see the gear.
That's my problem. Yeah.
right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
How's Roger doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm
I see you've been flying a lot. That's good.
yeah, I've been decided to spread my wings and get out.
Good. That's good.
Like Nova Squad says, I crossed the street.
That's the street.
That's funny.
And I might go.
Are you guys all gonna go flying today? That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go flying this afternoon, most likely.
Bloody hell. Sorry.
I will too.
Eh,
This little town here, probably go flying there.
Oh, you've been out flying today?
yeah. Between flying and skunk hunting. Yep.
Oh, skunk hunt. What are you doing? Editing a video? You look preoccupied.
No, I'm pissed.
Oh,
Yesterday, I didn't put the SD card into the Zoom all the way. It was not in all the way.
yep.
Fluid shipped, and it automatically transferred it over to the internal hard drive.
Sure. Yep.
Getting it off the hard drive is not a piece of cake.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, for you.
For you.
Yesterday it was 20, 25 minutes. I had to switch computers and everything else. And today I find that I went and flew with an SD card in the drone,
But you didn't switch it back.
and it's still recorded onto the internal hard drive.
You got to switch it back. You got to go in through your controller and switch it back. What do you need done, Paul?
I need to switch it back to the control to the.
You have to do that through the controller.
Do I have to have an SD card in when I do that?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You have the SD card in, and you go in, fire up the remote and the bird, and then just scroll down, and it'll. I don't have mine with me, but we can walk you through it. It has to be done with the controller and your phone, or laptop, or tablet. I mean, whatever you use. And it's easy peasy to get that file off of there, because your new computer, if you plug in the Type-C connector and then plug in the USB port, turn on the drone, and then if you explore your computer, if it doesn't automatically come up with photos, it'll show you that drone as just like another drive you put in. And you double click on that, and it's there. And it's hidden in 2 folders, or 1 folder really. I think it's ECM or something like that it's called. And you just, yeah. You just suck it off of there. Rick, where are you? Rick?
Well,
Behind you.
hundreds of kilometers this last week, man. I'm back in Kitchener again.
Really?
And tell them how many kilometers you drove in this last week.
3,600. Too many. Too
Wow.
many.
You've been
My
buzzing.
fuel bill is just ridiculous.
I bet.
But I had to do it. I had to get it all done. I got such a. I don't even want to say what I paid for that Chevy, but it was so cheap that if I had turned it down, I would have killed myself.
Well, I can tell by what you paid for tax, right? That was the
Yeah,
tax.
yeah, exactly, right. So, I got a good
Now
deal.
we want to know what you pay for the Chevy. Come on, don't let us.
Well, it's
hang
worth-
here.
It's worth wholesale was 7,300, and retail was 9,200, and I paid $1,500 for it.
Right.
Holy shit!
Wow.
And
That's
your
a good
tax
deal.
rate, what's your tax rate? 7% up there?
13%. So it goes on the wholesale value of 7,300. That's what so I paid tax equal almost to what I paid for the freaking truck.
It's crazy.
And they don't, up there, they don't take a bill of sale, right?
No, I could have had it appraised and got a little bit cheaper, but even the mechanic, when he certified it, he goes, I would have appraised it for around 5,000-6,000, so you wouldn't
More.
really saved on it then.
Yeah.
Now, if I knew a guy that would actually make it look lower, but then that gets into scammy, and I'd get caught. So I just, whatever, pay the tax.
Well, and
You don't.
in Massachusetts, being a dealer, I can sell it for whatever I want.
That's right.
And they have to go by what I say for a price.
Right.
But if
Not
you
in
don't
Canada.
get it from a dealer, and how about a dealer? The dealer, when you're a dealer up there, it doesn't matter. If they write you a bill of sale for this amount, they still charge you whatever their book is.
It goes on the book value in Ontario, no matter what.
Yeah.
Here too, Quebec.
We'll eventually do that, but a lot of times their book value's here and what we sold the car for is up here. So that's why they don't change that yet.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is like, somebody writes a bill of sale for $500. Meanwhile, they paid 5,000. There's
Right.
And the government knows that happens. Like back in the day, John, I must have had 120 vehicles at least already. And sometimes I'd pay $1,000 and it would be over 20 years old. So that's the thing. If it's over 20 years old, it goes by the receipt. If it's newer than 20, it has to go by the book value.
Yes.
So I always bought old junkers for whatever and got the guy to sign $100 or $500 receipt. I'd pay minimal taxes, drive it for 2-3 years, and then sell it for $5,000, right? So
John Coopy's talking to Roger. He's stuck.
Okay, I just brought you in. Hey, John,
Hi, John.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, John Coopy.
how you doing?
I used those once so far to fly around the house with my little whoop that I have.
Oh, how was it, man?
Good?
Good. And they fit with your
Yes. And
Yeah,
I
because
can
your glasses are a little bigger than mine, so I was wondering, but the eye hole is pretty big, so that's great,
no,
man.
Hey, you flew around, you tormented the cats.
Oh no, don't say that. You might get the wrong
It was
kind of
by
people on
accident.
Roger's
It
button
was,
now.
it was by accident because I didn't realize they were on the couch, and I came over the couch, and when I went over that arm, the cat popped up.
No, it happens. I have 2 cats myself, so I get it. That's great, man. That's great. I'm glad you love them.
Yep. Now, if I put an SD card in that thing, it just records. There's no way to turn it on, or do I have to find a switch for that to turn it on?
There's a switch on the bottom. I think it is, and you hold it for like 3 seconds, and it starts recording.
So I know you can go in the menu. That's what I'll have to do, and then I'll put,
Right. But I tell you what, be careful with the cards, because the first card that I tried to use in it, man, it hated that SD card, and I don't know why. I literally thought the goggles were defective, because the card that I put in there the first time around was causing the goggles to shut off, like literally just shut off after 30 seconds of being on. It baffled me. Like,
You got to put a quality card in. It's the same as my box goggles. If you put a cheap card in it, it screws everything up. If you put a decent card in it, it works good.
Yeah, it was a PNY card. I took it out of my Fat Shark goggles, right? Of course,
Yep.
the Fat Sharks, it's fine, but I put it in those, and And what's scary is you don't realize the card is not working or that it's going to do that. 30 seconds, 20, 30 seconds, that's a long delay in between. You get your goggles up, you're ready to go fly. The thing cut off 20 seconds on me while I was flying. So I was like, what the hell just happened?
So that did happen to me with a SanDisk card that I had in it, a 32 gigabit.
A 32 gig one?
Yep. But what I wound up doing was, because I hadn't charged it fully, I put the SanDisk charge in, I charged it all the way, and it didn't, because I flew around the house for at least 3 minutes for 2 batteries.
Okay.
2.5 minutes. So,
okay.
So it is working, but I wasn't recording to it because I didn't know how to record. I could get to the DVR part, with the other button. I didn't look at them that well to see, and I didn't read the directions yet because I was,
Gotcha.
I want to fly. I want to see how they work. I want to fly.
Gotcha. Well, for me, I think I noticed the problem when I didn't even press the record button. Just having the card in there.
Well, it did shut off on me, but then what I wound up doing was charging it for a lot longer, and then I flew it because I charged them up one day. I didn't have a card in it. I made sure it would connect to the thing, and then the woman wanted to go somewhere, so I never got to fly.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I was trying to bind it too quick, sliding through the channels. You got to go slowly because it takes a minute for it to actually, I could get it blurry, and I'm like, oh, got to go to the next one. No, nothing. So then I left it on where it's squiggly, and you could tell it was going to link. And then it linked. Boom. Good. Beautiful video. So I flew it around. I have like because I closed in the porch, so now the outside is on the inside, and I have this centerpiece that I fly around, and I couldn't do that with my other goggles because they disappear, but this I can fly all the way around.
Oh man, that's what I wanted to hear. I was about to ask. So, is your reception any better, or what? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, at least 10-fold. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I tell you what, man. If you ever want to upgrade the range on those goggles, the antennas are honestly the weakest link at this point. I think we've gotten to the point that the 5.8 gigahertz analog receivers in most goggles of that price range are all the same. I mean, an analog receiver is an analog receiver. Maybe some of the software to do the switching is a little better from one to one. I think Rapid Fire is the king of the receivers right now. But in terms of like legacy, classic analog receivers, they're pretty much all the same. And at the point you're at now, your antennas, if you were to get some decent antennas for 20, 30 bucks, you're good to go, man. You're good to go.
It's been too windy to fly those little things outside. So, I mean, normally it's just a breeze I would fly, but we had that hurricane thing. Yes, Paul?
Hey, how do I set it to make sure that it's recording on the SD card?
All right. So now you go in, you're into your program, right?
Yep.
Go to camera settings. Pretty sure that's where it is.
Gimbal, forward, down, gimbal, just gimbal, auto calibrate gimbal.
All the way down at the bottom, is there an advanced?
Nope. Up at the top there is.
Oh, click on advanced at the top.
And what it does is it says maximum gimbal pitch speed, gimbal pitch smoothness.
All the way down at the bottom of that.
And nothing is that.
All right, so you got to back out of that with the arrow, not the X. Go all the way down to the bottom of the menu. What's the last thing in that menu? All the way at the bottom. I wish I had my controller and bird here.
About.
Hey, Paul, you hit the gear icon, and then the gear icon will take you to the memory location.
There you go. He's got it up on his screen.
What gear icon?
I'm watching a video on it.
Well, which application are you in? The Fly app or the DJI 4 app?
The 4 app.
All right, so he's in. Which one did you look up? The 4 app?
I looked up the Mavic Air, which uses the 4 app.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I don't
see it there.
Any gear menu.
No,
right in the top right.
Up where there's the little camera icon and the gear icon.
Nope, I have.
No, not on that one. The 3 buttons, he's on the Android because he's got that Crystal Sky. Hit the 3
okay.
buttons, and it brings
I
up the
did
main
hit the 3
menu.
buttons. Yep.
So show us the screen if you can.
Yes.
Can you scroll up a little bit on that menu right there?
Hang on.
Okay, you're at the bottom. What's that last one at the bottom? I know it's way at the bottom of it. What does that say?
Full screen, single finger, and then about at the bottom. Then device name, unlocking.
Go into about.
We just did that.
Did we go into about?
I'm going to go into again. It says aircraft. Check for updates. Remote controller. What it
There's
is.
a menu option called
Precise
storage
fly.
location.
Yeah, there's
Basic, safe, basic, flight control, SN, camera serial number. That's all it's on the about.
All right. So it's. I wish I had mine here because I can go right to it. Let me just do what Hughes.
See, I thought that I used to be able to just tap on where the SD card or whatever the storage is, but it doesn't do that.
Here we go. Let me get through all these crazy commercials.
Just when I thought I knew what I was doing.
My Steve back?
So the Crystal Sky has a totally different navigation system. Is that it?
A little different.
Go on.
Ah, okay. I see where it is. Don't go into that upper settings. Below
Don't go to the 3 dots, right?
No, below the red button, your camera button, those sliders down there, go in there.
Okay.
Now you go to the gear that he's talking about, all the way to the right.
Okay. Yep.
And then down at the bottom, underneath reset camera settings and stuff, it's in there.
Format as I want reset camera settings. Is that what I want?
No. Yeah. No. Don't go into reset camera settings.
Okay, because the next 2 is either format the SD card or format the internal storage, and that's it.
And you have an
up above that, it says storage location.
Yes, I was going to say, as long as you have an SD card in, it'll give you the other storage location.
There you go.
So now
No,
you pick
I actually had to select SD card.
SD card, right? But if you didn't have an SD card in there, it doesn't
No, I
give
have
you
the option. It in, but it's still defaulted to internal storage.
It always will when you take the SD card out.
Yeah.
When you take the SD card out, it defaults to that, no matter
Yep.
what. You always have to go in there.
Here. I had to tap on that to go to.
Yep. Yeah, I got it on the screen now. But he was right with the gear. It was just we were in the wrong menu. We needed to be in the camera menu, which is down below. That's the 3 sliders you go into. There's another way out of the big menu to get there too, but I don't know why I didn't find it.
Here's where I went to it, right here.
Yep. Yep.
See, and this is why the Canadian Drone Hub's such a great place.
Yes, it is.
It's magical.
Because the thing of it is when you go to those 3 and then go to the gear, there's like 10 other items that pop up on here, but the other isn't. You got to scroll down to get it. It's not like it jumps out at you.
No, it doesn't. Yep. So now you got it. Now you know where it is. I always forget where it is myself. So.
Well, I don't ever change to internal storage ever unless something goes wrong, because I carry extra SD cards, but I had the SD card in, but I didn't
click it.
Get it secured. It just popped up, so it was up like 1/8 of an inch or whatever in there, like it was floating.
Yep. So every time you turn on the drone and connect the DJI 4 app without an SD card, it defaults right back to that other setting.
Yep. Yeah, it's
It
automatic.
actually probably gave you a window. It probably came up with a window and set.
No, it didn't, but it would have been nice to come up with a window that says you're now internal storage and SD card not installed, because then I would have known,
Because I have seen a warning like that before.
I used to remember a warning, but after so many of these updates and stuff, it just makes you shake your head.
And as far as getting the stuff off of that other card in there, or off of the internal memory, you should be able to see that when you.
Yeah, I got it after about 5 or 10 attempts.
And
I plugged the drone into the computer and turned it on, and it didn't just give me options. Automatically started showing me what was on the internal storage.
Right.
So then it went full screen. So then I had to figure out, okay, well, now how do I get that from there to there? Anyway.
I always close all that stuff and then just open up the File Explorer.
Yep.
Find whatever you call the, if it's Mavic, it'll say Mavic, or you'll see.
Actually, it comes up with Drive F.
There you go. Or it's going to be an external drive, and then you just open that up, and it's in. I forget what the name of the folders are. It's DCM or something like that.
Right.
You had said it before.
DCIM.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this stuff. I tell you what, John Coopy was right. He says this is not a sport for anybody that is faint of heart or getting old.
I never said that.
That's a great.
I never said that.
That's a great quote, John.
I told you the other day when we were doing all the updates on those things, you're never too old for this stuff. So.
Little piece of trivia: DCIM stands for Digital Camera Images.
There you go.
Well, you're right, John. I'm going to quote that to a lot of people. I'll give you, John. I'll give you credit for that.
Well, John Coopy's a pretty wise man because I've seen him a little few pictures with a little bit of protection on his melon. So he's definitely a wise man.
I saw that picture. That's a good helmet.
Von Coopy.
Well, everyone on Drone Therapy saw me show up for the show a couple times with my face all messed up.
Oh no.
Well, what I enjoy, John, is that they greet you by Sensei John.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So something great happened yesterday. I was out flying in the local park, and I've got my goggles on and stuff, and there were a bunch of kids in the park, so I kind of skedaddled and tried to find somewhere else to fly there. And there's a football field, and it was open. It's not always open. Sometimes I've got the gate closed. I'm like, oh, this is sweet. So I went in there, and I'm sitting on the bench. It's all pretty cool. I'm like, well, this is good. I'm like, I hope I can be here because this is usually closed, but I don't think anyone's going to complain. It's Sunday. So I start flying, and then I'm there for a while, and then suddenly while I'm flying, I hear someone say, "Hey, what's going on? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh God!" I'm like, "I'm screwed." That's my first thought. I'm done. I'm gonna get kicked out. And he's like, "That's a nice drone you got there." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." And I've got my glasses off at the time, and I can't see anything. So I put them on, and he's holding Eachine goggles. He's got a drone. He's got a Taranis radio. He's got the whole works.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just
cool.
like, yes, God, someone around here flies. He just moved to my town last month. Apparently, he just moved here last month.
Nice.
So yeah, we immediately connected. I mean, he knows all the lingo. He knows all the stuff. Basically, he knows all the stuff that you guys do. So really, really cool to just meet somebody like that in the field off the cuff. I'm tickled. We're probably going to be going flying again, maybe today or sometime this week. Because he's furloughed at the moment, so he's got all the time in the world to mess around with quads.
Does he have a YouTube channel?
He's got a small one. It doesn't have a lot of content on it. I actually asked him. I said if he wanted to work on getting some stuff up. I'm sure he might eventually come around here. I tell him about you guys and all that.
Good.
But yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. He seems like a really cool guy. So I'm just glad to meet him. I mean, that's just what more can you ask for to just meet another flyer like that on the spot in the field?
That's good news for you, John. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I tell you what, in mid-Missouri, it's really, really hard to find people who fly drones, let alone fly FPV, right? Because that's like the niche within the niche. Like,
Yeah.
there's even less FPV flyers than there are just drone flyers. So that was just like what are the chances, right? This is a town with maybe 5,000 people that live in it.
I hate to do this. I got to jump out. They got a problem over at the shop, so I got to go over there.
No problem, man. I understand that.
But it was
Hey, John, thanks for the help, buddy.
well, actually, wherever Hugh went, he must have left when I was on the phone. He really had it down pat. It's just we were going in the wrong menu. That's all.
Well, John, I tell you what, you bailed my butt out 2 days in a row.
The mini stuff, and I actually went through the calibrations the other day because then you had me kind of curious because I connected my Mavic 2 back up, and I said, you know what, I'm going to calibrate all the cameras. Don't do that, Paul, unless you need to. Because for me to try to explain to you exactly how to hold that quad, and then they want you to shut the back legs to do the side ones, and you got the cable plugged in the side.
Yeah.
So you can't shut one of the legs all the way. They don't tell you that. They just show you shutting the legs. And you can't unplug it while you're in midstream of doing it. So I tried all that. So you have to close the leg gently onto the cord and spin this camera around and do stuff on the screen. And you have to hold it exactly the way it is and lean the quad to get the side cameras, top camera, down camera, all that. So, yeah. Nothing that you would want to attempt by yourself.
Nope, that's why I keep saying later.
So I calibrated mine. I've yet to fly it because I did that yesterday, and so maybe tonight I'll be able to fly.
There you go.
Good stuff.
We'll see if it works. But that's if no one's done any of that on the DJI equipment, calibrated your cameras, it's a very interesting process.
Well, you don't have to worry about calibrating the cameras on the Mini.
Nope, there is none. There is a downward one, but they don't give you a calibration for that.
Right.
But they
I didn't even
do
know
on
you
the
could
Mavic
calibrate
2.
it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, when you get your Mavic Air 2, you can let us know how you made out with it.
Only if it works with that
absolutely.
controller. I will not buy one unless it works with that smart controller. And I just don't see it. I don't know. I think they're going to come out with a new smart controller first.
Well, we're still.
Processor.
John told me that you had a review coming out soon on the Egg, and we've been waiting.
Boy, he's nailing John Coopy today.
Wait, what are you talking about? Holy hell. Oh, geez.
Well, I
Calm
get all
down.
my information from John because he's spot on, He's got his finger on the pulse of the drone community.
Oh my.
Talking about John Coopy.
Yeah.
I'm finally gonna get those 3D printed extensions today. Tomorrow. It'll be here tomorrow, so I can.
When did
get
you
my
order
D-
those, John?
A friend of mine, Ethan Mitchell. You've probably
Uh-huh.
seen him on Drone Therapy. He saw that I was having a problem. He's the same guy who printed the mount for the Cinewoop and the other stuff. So he's like, I can print you what you need, man. So he printed it out. All I did, I paid him for materials and shipping, and it was all good.
So you're not getting the Bang You Good versions.
No, I'm not getting the Bang You Good version.
It's custom made.
Custom made, yes.
All right,
And
everybody.
Okay, John.
Take care, John.
Bye, everybody. In the
Bye,
chat.
John.
Bye, Roger. Bye. Bye, David.
So, John Coopy, are you still waiting for that frame to come in to fill up your?
Yeah, I'm still gonna get that frame in, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 DJI birds. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the conversion for that one, and then because I got 2 air units, I might as well just have 2 birds. That way, if one's down, I could fly the other and not have to worry about fixing it. I mean, I love how the Chameleon flies. I would not be buying a new frame if I could fit it in there the right way. I don't even like using the 3D printed back extensions, but I don't want to wait possibly weeks to fly. I just can't do that. Not for $5-10. It's not worth it. So I'll take
Does it
it
fit in the
apart.
rooster frame? Does it fit in the rooster frame, John?
I don't think so. That depends. A 5-inch or 6-inch?
The 5 probably won't, eh?
Probably won't. Well, that's why Armatan makes DJI editions of virtually every frame. I think there's a DJI rooster, and
Right.
and it's like you look at it and it looks like it just barely doesn't fit, and that's true. But then you realize, oh well, okay, I can cram it in here like this, but then where do the antennas go? And if this unit was cheap, I would not really care. I would just bend the antennas around and stretch the camera wire. I just wouldn't care. But I don't want to put that kind of stress on the air unit. And you get it. It's too expensive. It's $150 if anything happens to the whole deal. It's not worth it.
Nope.
You check Katru later. You check Katru later videos, because she has the DJI goggles also and all that, and she got everything to put on her drones. I don't know which frame she used.
Yeah, she hasn't been around for a while, has she?
Katrina, yeah.
Yeah, I remember her.
Very busy, very busy.
Well, yeah, are they coming to Roger Palooza, Roger?
No.
Yeah, she kind of just disappeared for a while. I guess she just got really busy. I know she got those goggles though. But yeah, Rick, the rooster, I think they make a DJI rooster. They have to make a DJI everything.
Well, I can't fly with goggles on anymore. It makes me sick. So I haven't even looked at any FPV stuff. I get to whoop there a couple minutes every now and again. And after a couple minutes, it starts to make me feel shitty. So I just don't bother.
Well, Rick, what about those Moverio where you look through the glasses? Would that work for you?
No. It's not about my eyes. It's my equilibrium.
Well, that's what I'm saying. John, do you know anybody that flies with those Moverios where you actually see what's in front of you and then you have the little screen, but you can see through it, so you don't get that motion thing going?
No, I don't know anybody who flies with them, but I think I know what you're talking about, and I've seen some decent reviews of those goggles. People like them.
They're really not goggles. They're like glasses. They just transmit from here, but you can actually see through them. So if somebody stepped in front of you, you can see them too, you know?
It might work, Paul. I mean, it might. I'd be game to try it, but I wouldn't want to pay a huge amount of money to try it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to buy them and then...
They're a huge lot of money.
Well, Rick, I tell you what, you have box goggles, right? That's what you...
Well, I gave away 2 different Fat Sharks. I had HTO2s, and I got rid of that, and I sent Roger and Kim an old set of my Fat Sharks. And before this disease hit me, I was able to fly fine. And once I started feeling better and I started to try to fly again, I can't. Like, I can fly my planes and everything line of sight, no problem. But as soon as I get goggles on, that's it, man. After about 3-4 minutes, I'm literally starting to get dizzy and puking and...
man, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, see, I didn't know that, because I was gonna say box goggles made me sick too, but I can tell you've done everything. So yeah. I understand. So
that's why my channel and I was gone for like over a year. My channel went stale because I could not fly, and I was so depressed not being able to fly. It just, I've been flying since long before drones were even considered a thing, right? So. Took a lot to get back, but at least I could fly line of sight a little bit and a little bit with the whoops. So I'm, real happy about that.
Absolutely.
That was why I bought the Mavic Mini, because I can fly it, right? Like.
Yeah, exactly. Fly what you can. You don't need to do FPV to enjoy this hobby. That's for sure.
Exactly. And I was loving the FPV. I was really loving it. But if all I can do is line of sight, then that's all I can do, and I've accepted that, and I'm happy just to be in the air again.
I kind of wonder if, since it's really the motion, right, that bothers you. It's the motions, more or less, that
that's
do
right.
it.
Because I have a nerve. You have a nerve in your ear, and when you bend, it bends with you. What happens? Mine doesn't bend.
Oh, okay.
So my eyes make up some of the difference, but then when I get an FPV goggle on, it just throws everything to hell in a handbag.
Because all you see is the motion. That's why I was wondering about the Moverios, where you can see through. And so you've got this whole panoramic view of standing still with just a picture there.
It's a good idea, Paul. It really is.
It is a really good idea.
Hey, Ron.
It's
All right.
3X.
Hey, maybe Ron is. Ron, have you ever flown with the Epson Moverio FPV glasses where it puts
No. The only pair of goggles I got are the Fat Sharks up there, and I've only used them with the Phantom 4 so far. So
Okay.
Because Carpenter Rick's got a problem where he can't use goggles because it makes him sick because of the motion. Where I was
I've heard that
thinking
before.
the Epson Moverios, where you actually have a lens and a transmitter here, and you still see through it, might stop him feeling totally immersed.
Yeah.
I'm checking out the Epson Moverios right now. Man, they look cool. I want them.
Yeah, they do.
Now I want them. Paul, don't.
Now look what you've done, Paul.
Well, the thing of it is everybody that has them, you never hear about any of them damning them. They love them.
Yeah, they look pretty. I mean, they look pretty sharp, I gotta say.
Well, I want to
Very
try them, but
interesting.
I'm sure my wallet's closed till Christmas. So
Well, the one thing you might do, Rick, is keep watching. I don't know what they have over in Canada there, but places that maybe have used ones or whatever.
yeah. Well, I could watch Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji, I guess, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
eBay.
another thing I was gonna say is, you're able to fly the Mavic Mini and stuff line of sight, which is good. They have, the little. Well, you say you have the whoops and stuff that have the DVR, the HD on them. And all that
yeah. I
stuff.
got a Beta 65 X Pro, and I got a couple other little things, but
Cool.
With the Mini, can you? Well, not just a Mini, but can you set up an iPad on a tripod and be able to see it without experience? That way, you could tell if you can see around you and you're not getting sick.
yeah, that's exactly because I watched on my phone. I can't tell. I don't have depth perception, so when the drone's up in the air, can't tell how far away it is. I can either see it or I can't see it, but it doesn't. I don't know how far it is because I only got the one eye, right? Your two eyes go to a single point. That's how you tell distance. And so I can't do that.
Right.
So with the Meniere's disease on top of that, that's why it sends me for a loop. So yeah, for sure I can watch I used to have a ground station, Paul. That's how I started flying, like 10, maybe more than 10 years ago. I had like $4,000 into it.
Ground station is actually how I started flying a bunch of stuff too. I used to have a tripod and diversity receiver and all this crap. And at the time, I was actually hooking up my Fat Shark goggles to it because my ground station was better than the crappy modules that were out there.
Good.
So I tethered off of that, and oh man, I remember that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
What a crazy setup that was. You know what? I was just thinking, if you're good with like ground station or looking at that stuff, one way to go more toward the FPV side for you possibly is those long range rigs, the 6-inch drones. Man, yeah, you could do that. You could absolutely do that, and that's just gentle cruising. People just do gentle cruising with that stuff. And that's right up your alley, man. Especially with build a nice old ground station again. Oh, I get excited just thinking about it. That's one thing I haven't done. Is long range FPV, and I tell you what, since that DJI goggle update, now they got the 50 megabits on here. We went from 25 to 30 apparently, and people are reporting they're getting 10 kilometers of range. That's insane.
That's what we used to get, was like about 10, but I had a pretty serious ground station built. But that was also a plane, not a drone.
Right, and that was on Well, yeah, and that was on analog, right? All analog.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. See, these in everyone's testing, it seems to just cut off or just not work past 4 kilometers, which is great for most people, but for super long range, that's not going to work. Then DJI just went and surprised everybody like 3 or 4 days ago, and they're like, "Here you go, have 25 megabits more of video, so you can actually see the fast motion of things, and we're going to go ahead and extend the range to 10 kilometers." Surprise! I'm dying to get them on my face and actually try them.
That's why they're the market leader, John. That's it.
I know they come in and they really are they're ruthless. When they want something, they take it. They go for it.
Oh, Metro Drones.
Good morning, good morning. How you been doing? Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you get them supported, and don't forget to hit that like button.
Pardon me while I scarf down a sandwich.
We were kind of waiting for our sandwiches to get made, Hugh, but I guess it didn't happen that way.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
I gotta start working out for supper tonight.
Well, guys, it's noon there. I should probably get my butt in gear here.
Now, how long are you going to be in Kitchener? Oh, you're staying until Roger Palooza. Yeah.
Well, that depends. If Roger Palooza is canceled Wednesday, I'm going home Wednesday. If we're thinking it's going to happen, then I won't get home till Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm just going to wing it by ear, and then we'll figure out what happens when it happens.
Hugh, are you going to Roger Palooza?
No, I don't think so, Paul.
Okay.
Stop feeling up to it, Paul.
And
I was hoping to, but
and David, are you flying into Roger Palooza?
Well, I thought about it, but no. I might swim across, but
It'd be quite a swim. Maybe set a world record there.
I would if I swam there by the weekend. Yeah.
I've got friends from Michigan that actually are on their boat over in your area, and they're not coming back across right now because of the weather. So I don't think you're going to want to swim, let alone drive a boat.
Brent Ariel says UAV forecast looks good for Roger Palooza.
Oh, good.
I hope you can make it down, Brent.
Gary's going to be going, I'm sure.
I hope you guys get a live stream going during it at some point.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, didn't you say that some Americans dared to go into a party store on your island and got arrested?
Yep. Their boat was seized by the Coast Guard, everything.
what do you mean a party store? What's that?
Well, it was a dollar store, like where you get you can get balloons blown up and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were in there, and then they came out, and not the sheriff, but the Ontario Provincial Police was there with the guy from the Coast Guard. They had followed them up from the dock, and
Americans had come to Canada.
Yes.
Ah, gotcha.
It's this weekend. Yeah.
And that's a no.
no.
People coming down from Ontario and coming down here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, you have to do a 14-day quarantine before, and then once you cross the border, you have to do a second 14-day quarantine, and then you're allowed. But other than that, no way.
What if those guys got big fines?
I would imagine they got escorted back to the border and huge fines.
Yeah, Kim said we're going to pack everybody in the shed for 14-day quarantine. There you go.
Well, and the other thing is, I wonder if they released their boat to them again, or did they just transport them to the border and just drop them off?
The boat's gone, but that doesn't mean they released it to them.
Exactly.
It could have been towed, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay, Brent.
Impounded.
What's Gary saying there? I can't read the chat.
I'm going to rent a car and pick up his grandkids in Kingston on the way home.
Oh.
Okay, that's cool. So I'll be safer coming down by car instead of bike, that's for sure. Okay, just in case of rain.
Metro Drone says, what, where? Yeah, Bill, it's in Canada and we can't go. I was all geared up to go, Roger. You know how I like to travel.
Oh, yeah, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
All right, guys, I'm off. Have a good day.
Hey, Rick, take care.
Hey, Rick.
You are right. Yeah. Paul, you like to travel down to the waterfront there. That's about it.
It's about a mile trip. Yep.
I know Lynn would love to come down.
Well, the problem is that Lynn's got all of her baby animals, and she's
Yeah.
got Anthony, the big macaw parrot, and so she has taken them before in her motorhome, but it's a labor of love to pack them all up and get them all on the road.
Yeah.
And I guess Anthony's a bit of a backseat driver as well, is he?
Oh yeah. He likes to sit by the window and go, "Wow, wow."
So Ron, are you going up flying today?
I'm gonna try. So I think in the evening, not supposed to be too bad down here. Hopefully.
You're gonna fly the Phantom?
I got the air right there. I got the batteries charging.
Okay.
I like
Good
taking the
choice.
Phantom. It's hard to even say this, but my Phantom is kind of my expendable drone. So that's the one I like to take. I know. Trust me, I know. That's almost sacrilegious. I would hate to lose it. But if I'm out on the boat and I want to fly around my boat or whatever, I'll take the Phantom out there. Yeah, I got that off of eBay. The Air too.
Easier to catch too. Though.
Yeah, it is easier to catch. So. Yeah, I hate even saying that, but I think if something happened where I had to lose a drone right now, I wouldn't want to give up my Air 2 just yet. Because, I got, if I crash it, I got the camera fresh, but, you got to have a body. So crash it into the lake.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Unless you actually have the drone, you don't get that
a
warranty.
pound salt, right? So, yeah. So it'll be one or the other. I might go out on the boat this evening. So.
I like that, Brant aerials. That's funny.
What was the Brand Aerials posted?
News about the border. Yeah.
I'll share it. Only Canadian who supports reopening U.S. border catapulted across Detroit River.
That's
I want to travel. There you go.
Oh my God.
That'd be a hell of a trip.
It'd have to be a hell of a big net on the other side.
Bet you there'd be some good acceleration with that catapult too. Whoa!
Oh dear.
That's funny.
I was reading in the past in the chat here. I see Kim is very salty about the border closure.
Yeah, we already seen the ship crash this morning, Brent. Yeah. You guys want to see it again? Check that link.
Yeah, that was a heck of a video.
There you go, Carpenter Rick. The PayPal link is there.
We haven't heard from Tim today.
When does that work?
Well, it's nighttime there. Does he work a night shift or?
Oh, I don't know.
Australia, I think when it's 12 o'clock here, it's usually late night there.
I know I'm going to go to the store. See about some ribs. Pick up the ribs.
Paul, is it me or does that ship behind you look like it's hauling ass?
No,
That thing looks like it's really moving. Or maybe it
you
was just
gotta
the camera.
remember, the water by itself is moving 7 knots downstream. So he has to maintain probably at least another 5 to 7 knots for control. And yeah.
That's downbound that way?
Downbound, yeah.
That's downbound? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Brent, you take care. Thanks for coming in.
Just came into the screen pretty quick, and I was like, man, that thing's really moving.
Yeah. And that's a tug barge, of course.
Oh, okay.
What they do is they some of them they made that, but in most cases that is an old hull from a ship that no longer the electronics and all that kind of stuff still is any good, but the hull for hauling is still good. They notch it out and they put that tug jammed up in there.
Well, guys, I think I'll probably be closing down. Go and have lunch.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good too.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, thank you all so much. And don't forget tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you got the PMS show with Paul and Mary at 5 p.m.
And maybe we might get somebody famous on there like Mr. Coopy, but I don't know. I don't know. He is,
Oh my God.
he is yet to appear, but
That's not true. I think I've been on your show, right?
You were on my early morning show, weren't you, or my late show, or?
Yeah, I don't know. There's so many Paul shows I can't keep up.
I think you were on one of my 3 a.m. shows.
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty
Okay,
sure I've been
everybody.
on one during
Have
the
a
day
good one.
too.
Take care. We'll see you
Bye,
all.
everybody.
tonight.
Take
Bye.
care,
We'll
guys.
see ya.
Everyone, take
Bye,
care.
everybody.